Nintendo. Before we begin, we want to extend our condolences to all the victims of the two tragic events in Orlando. Our thoughts are with their families and their communities. And this includes Christina Grimmie, who was killed in the earlier incident and was scheduled to visit us here at our E3 booth this week. At Nintendo, we try to make our fans smile. But this week at E3, we'll also be shedding a few tears. Please join me in a moment of silence. If you've been a fan of Nintendo over the years, you'll know that the Nintendo experience is different at every E3. We always look for the best way to introduce our most important content. And this year is no different. And that's why we're coming to you directly from our show booth on the set of Nintendo Treehouse Live. On the other side of the wall behind me, the finishing touches are being made before we open it up to thousands of industry insiders
in the living room here, and
that space will immerse visitors in the world of a single game, the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda franchise.
To that room that I
What's
want
in
to
store
go.
is an entirely new format for a Zelda game.
And I'm trying to find my
3 decades ago, the first Zelda game changed the way millions of people thought about video games.
so that I can
And this week,
plug them
we'll
in
discover
and
a
talk
game
to
that
you.
could change that thinking again. Here's the first look at what awaits.
Open your eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Ooh, Zelda.
Oh, Zelda. Oh. Is anyone else even responding?
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Wow. It's massive.
What a fucking pussy. Okay,
This
did you
game.
start this?
Yes, I started it. but this game is detailed and it's beautiful.
It's
Oh my
detailed.
god. This is amazing.
Can
Ooh,
you,
the title.
can
What?
you send me the fucking stream of Nintendo?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh shit.
Let me just send you that then. Okay.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild introduces you to a Hyrule that is truly seamless, where simply moving from one place to another begins to create what may be the adventure of a lifetime. And not only is this new world vast, but it feels alive. It teems with adventure. Throughout Link's quest, Hyrule will be a resource, an ally, an enemy, and always a place for discovery and wonder. This is easily one of the biggest experiences ever created by Nintendo. And today, you're going to get a close-up look. The portion of the game we're highlighting at E3, a wide-ranging plateau, may seem huge. In fact, no one here this week will be able to explore all of it. But even then, that plateau is only a tiny fraction of the full game map. We'll be devoting almost this full first day of Nintendo Treehouse Live coverage to
Sorry
just
about the
this
keyboard.
one environment.
Hmm?
Then, in the future,
Sorry
you'll
about the
learn
keyboard.
more about the
Okay.
story, the characters, and the ways in which the boundaries of all previous Zelda titles are being broken. But in the end, full understanding and full immersion will only come when you experience it for yourself. However, before we show you this biggest adventure for Wii U and NX, we're going to show you the biggest new adventure coming up for Nintendo 3DS.
Oh yeah.
As you've heard, there are two new core Pokemon titles on the way on November 18th. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. As always, you'll pick which new starter Pokemon to partner with. But which one to choose? Exactly what kind of battling awaits you? And what does the new Alola region have in store for players? Well, we figured there was no one better equipped to answer those questions than the two key developers of the game itself, producer Junichi Matsuda and director Shigeru Omori of Game Freak. So before we devote the rest of the day to The Legend of Zelda, I'm going to turn it over to the Treehouse team along with Mr. Matsuda and Mr. Omori to show you what it's like to start as a Pokemon trainer in the first ever live gameplay demonstration of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So let's jump in. Take it away, Sam and Terry.
Thanks, Reggie. And thanks to everyone watching for tuning in and joining us for another Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. We're really excited to get started. So, as Reggie mentioned, I'm Sam from Nintendo, and joining me up here, I've got Terry from Nintendo and my colleague David from TVCI. And we've also got our very special guests, Masuda-san and Omori-san from Game Freak, who are joining us to chat about Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Now, Pokemon fans already know that you guys have a very long history of working with the Pokemon franchise, but could you tell our viewers a little bit more about what you guys are doing specifically with Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon?
2人ともポケモンの開発に関わってすごく歴史は長いんですけれども、今回のポケモンサンとポケモンムーンでの役割について教えてもらえますか？
そうですね、今年ポケモンが20周年ということで、ここから先のポケモン、未来に向けてのポケモンということで、私はプロデュースに徹して、今回茂大森が、ディレクターという新しい体制で取り組みました。
So this is the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, as I think many of you know, and when thinking about the future of Pokemon, I've decided that I would be the producer on this title, and pass over the director role over to Shigeru Omori here for Pokemon Sun and Moon.
That Sony checked everyone's ass. When I mentioned Nintendo E3, this guy Michael Weston said they're dead. Sony kicked everyone's ass.
So I'm Shigeru Omori from Game Freak, and I was the director on this game.
Wow, I was really worried that
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Zelda would not be great, but wow, that looked gorgeous.
But first, we've actually got some video footage that you brought for us. So, folks watching, if you sit tight, we're actually going to get that queued up for you so you can take a look.
That was just.
So what are you gonna show us? What is this? Pokemon. Sports.
All right, so there's a lot for us to talk about just from the footage there. The first thing I'd like to actually ask you is if you could tell us a little bit more about the background of why you went with Sun and Moon as the titles for these games.
今の映像で結構話す内容というのが出てきたんですけれども、まずはそうですね、サンとムーンのタイトルについて由来をちょっと教えてもらえますか。
はい。私たちの住んでいるこの地球っていうところには生き物がたくさんいるわけですけども、その中で、その生き物に対してとても影響がある、そのコアとなっているものっていうのはやっぱり太陽と月っていうのは非常に大切なものだと思うんですね。で今回はその、生命を、より魅力的に見せていきたいっていう思いもあって、その一番影響のあるものSunと Moon っていうのをタイトルにしました。
So there's a variety of meanings behind the titles, but one of the main things is that, for example, for here on Earth, obviously, the sun really is the source of all life on this planet, and in the same way in the Pokemon world, it's also the source of life on the planet, and the moon also affects all of our lives here as well. And with this game, we really wanted to express this kind of feeling of a region really teeming with life, so we felt that Sun and Moon would be an appropriate title for the games.
I think especially thinking about these big elemental forces, Sun and the Moon, we also need to talk about those legendaries that are on the packaging, because I think folks are going to really want to hear a little bit more about what they can expect from those Pokemon.
そういう太陽と月の存在の多分表しにもなってるんじゃないかなと思うんですけど、このかっこいい伝説のポケモンについて、話してもらえますか。
そうですね。サンに出てくる、ソルガレオっていうのは太陽の使者で、ムーンの方のルナーラは月の使者として伝えられているんですけども。今まで、以上に物語自体にかなり、関係してくる2匹になりますので、楽しみにしていてほしいなと思います。
So in the game, the legends say that Solgaleo and
there are some people here.
Lunala are the emissaries of the sun and the moon, respectively. And these two legendary Pokemon actually, they kind of play a unique role. They tie into the story in a unique way that we really haven't done with pairs of legendary Pokemon before. So I think fans will be really excited about it.
I think there's a really interesting spiritual element that we get in these games. I won't talk about that too much yet because I know we're saving some surprises. But on the subject of legendaries, I know you recently had an event in Taiwan where you revealed some news about another legendary Pokemon folks remember from XY and what they might expect from that Pokemon in these games. We can maybe talk about that a little bit too.
ちょっと伝説ポケモンの話で、先日ちょっと台湾で、ちょっと、XY に登場した伝説ポケモンについてのニュースっていうのをちょっと発表されたと思うんですけど、それちょっと話してもらえますか。
そうですね。いよいよ10% ジガルデとパーフェクトジガルデが、サンムーンに登場すると、いうお知らせが、出ましたけども、今回このジガルデも活躍するっていうのが、ポイントかなと思います。
So, Zygarde, the Pokemon that one of the legendary Pokemon that appeared in originally in Pokemon X and Y, it just recently showed off their the 10% form and complete form in the games, and these Pokemon these forms will appear in Pokemon Sun and Moon, kind of in a special way that I think people will be excited about.
They look so cool. And actually, here, since we're looking at a little bit of the Alola region in the background, so it's probably a good chance to talk maybe in a little bit more detail about the Alola region and what players can maybe expect there.
あと今回冒険の舞台となるこのアローラ地方について、どんな地方なのかっていうのをちょっと教えてもらえますか。
そうですね。今回のアローラ地方なんですけども、他の陸地とつながっていない、地方となっています。なので、アローラ地方固有のポケモンが住んでいます。アローラ地方っていう名前なんですけども、名前の由来としては、命を育むで、命を育み生命力にあふれる大地という意味を込めてこの名前にしました。
I'm under the
So the
impression
Alola region,
that
as you
my
can see, is made of
microphone
these 4 islands. It
is
has
the
a
one on the
man-made island
laptop.
as well.
Okay.
It's really this region that's
And
just
the
like
one
a teeming
on
with life, and
my
that's actually
earphones,
behind
it's
the
not being
name of the region
used
itself. We have this meaning
some
of kind
reason.
of region over, like a miraculous region overflowing with this life force that can support all
Wait,
this
you're
different
introducing a new
life.
region.
And,
Hello?
yeah.
Alola.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
really
the
interesting
region
since
with
it's not connected to
Pokemon
any
Sun and
other
Moon.
regions. You've got this really interesting area of
Wait, didn't I
isolation,
see,
and we're
like,
seeing all these Pokemon that nobody's
no.
ever run into before, and it's almost
Did I,
kind of feels like the
I
Galapagos
went to
Islands, where you've got
this
this really
shopping mall
interesting
today,
remote area where all these other creatures are
and,
popping up, and you've got new Pokemon and a really cool environment as well to explore.
陸地とつながってないの、他の大陸とつながってないので、
and
こうい
I
ろんな、
saw
変わった、
on the...
生命が、たくさん登場するんじゃないかなというふうには思ってるんですけども。
I'm
そうで
pretty
すね。
sure I
そうですね。
saw
期待してて
something
くだ
like
さい。
those.
Yeah, I think people will be surprised. There's some cool things to see in the.
There, I've been playing it at work, and I'm very
Yeah.
excited to get a look at it.
会社でちょっと遊んでるんですけど、やっぱこう、すごい楽しみにできるものは多いと思います。はい。
And actually, since we're talking about new Pokemon, is there anything more that you can tell our viewers about the 3 starters that they'll be choosing from in this game?
今回の最初のパートナーとなった3体のポケモンなんですけれども、この3体について教えてもらえますか。
そうですね。もうどの3体ももう可愛いんですけども、今回特に動きについてすごく意識して作ってまして、バトル中だったりとか、いろんな時にこう動きが可愛くなるようなデザインとして作られています。
So of course they're all very cute, but one of the things I really focused
By the
on
way,
with
if you haven't
these three in
noticed,
particular
I made the
is
stream look
making
a
their
lot
movements
better
really cute when
last
represented
night.
in the game. Like for example, in battle and other
Yeah,
parts in the
I've
game,
been
you see them
actually
moving
paying
around,
attention.
and they're
So
really cute,
what's
kind of make you want to
current-
reach out and touch them almost.
Like,
あとやっぱりこう世界中の
what's the
人が見
current
て、こう分かりやすい、デザインであったりとか、
resolution?
タイプのカラー、
I
草タイプだったら
clearly
グ
see
リーンが
what's
入
going
ってい
on
た
on
り
the
とかってい
screen, and I
う
can
そ
actually
の
see
分
the
かりや
chat
すさっ
as
ていう
well.
のをやっぱり最初の
Because
3
it's
匹は大事です。
1080p now.
And another thing we always pay attention to
Nice.
or really focus on with the initial Pokemon that you choose for your partner.
60
is,
frames
making
per
them kind of
second.
Universally relatable, so
On
people from
everything.
around the world will be able to
On
look at these
Twitch,
Pokemon and relate
Hitbox,
with
and
them very
YouTube.
easily.
Yeah.
But also very easy to understand. Like for
Nice.
example, the grass-type Pokemon is going to be green, obviously. So being careful with the colors.
I think what folks have seen already from the animations that we've shown in a little bit of video footage we've been able to share, they have a lot of personality. I actually picked Poplio because I'm a hardcore water starter fan. My first was a Squirtle, and I've stuck with them. But I've been having a great time so far, and we're looking forward to seeing what other folks pick when they get into the starters as well.
最初ゼニガメ選んだので水タイプのこの足回りを絶対今回
いいですね。
どれもすごい個性的なので悩むんじゃないかなと思います。
And it's interesting actually what you talked about with the design of the starter Pokemon, and I think they also really fit nicely in with the kind of tropical climate and environment we've got. And I know that's something that you worked in with the design of the player characters as well this time around.
今回南の国っていうような設定になってて、今のポケモンもすごくそれに合ってる感じだと思うんですけど、今回の主人公のデザインもやっぱそれを意識されてる部分ありますか？
そうですね。やっぱり暖かい国っていうのを表現する、地方ですね、表現するためにかなり軽装にしています。
So yeah, obviously the region this time, the climate there is extremely warm. So we wanted to make sure that the characters, the designs, were more lightly dressed than maybe other designs had in the past.
I think fans will notice the proportions are different, especially when we get into gameplay in a couple seconds here. They're going to see it's a little different how they're used to seeing their characters in the game.
あと今回ちょっとこの後実プレイを見せるんですけども、ちょっとあれですね、頭身がちょっと変わったっていう話ですよね。
そうですね。よりこう没入感高めと思って頭身上がってますね。今回。
So yeah, we changed the proportions this time to be more realistic. We really wanted to kind of increase this sense of immersion, and I think you'll see that when we get into the game.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can talk about this yet, but sharp-eyed viewers probably noticed that both of
There
those
seems to be a lot of
pieces of art, there was an interesting bracelet that the players were wearing. I don't know if we
what's
can,
in
probably
the
can't talk
east,
about that
the
just yet.
Japan.
喋れないかも、あんまり話せないかもしれないですけど、すごい目の鋭い人は 腕輪みたいなのをつけてるんですけど。
Yeah.
There's something there? ありましたね。
For later time, maybe we can talk about that. But I think we've probably kept folks in anticipation long enough. So Terry, you want to jump in and show some gameplay?
I'm excited for this. Here we go.
So just want to mention as we get into gameplay here, this game is still in development. So folks, everything you see here might not be exactly what you're going to see in the final release of the game, but I think we can give you a really good sense of what the game's going to look and feel like as we get started.
最初のものではなくて開発中のもの
Everyone that I've
そうです
talked
ね、こんな早い段階で実はライブでも行うのは初めてで、どんなポケモンが出るかっていうのもちょっと世界初公開のポケモン登場するかもしれないので、ちょっとドキドキしますね、これね。
So this is actually the first time for us to show a Pokemon game at this stage in development via live game.
So to hear.
Not really sure exactly what we're going to encounter on this. We may see
Trying
some
to hear,
Pokemon that haven't been
but I have the
Wow,
stream
really
on
describes
max
that.
volume.
Really cool. Actually, as we get started here, Masuda-san
oh.
and Mori-san, can you tell us a
yeah,
little
you
bit
gotta
about
have it to
the
max
story and the
volume
background of
so
what's
that
going on
the
right now in the
recording.
game?
まあ今ここ
Yeah.
主人公は何をしている場面になるんでしょうか。
そうですね。
Shoot,
主人公は
someone just
ア
asked,
ローラ地方に引っ越して
do you
きたばか
guys
り
use dub track for some giveaways?
で今回すでに少し進め
Yes, we do.
てい
We
て
use the track and we use
もら
the.
っています。
I've heard that like I've heard that
So at this point, it's a little bit slightly
how's
into
it
but it's,
called?
the player actually had just moved to the Alola region the other day, and one day previous to where we are
Let
in
me
the game,
just-
he received his first partner.
There was
adventure.
before we used
And
dub
right
track,
now
there
we're
was
actually on
another
the way to a
website,
neighboring town where
and
there's
it
a
was
festival.
called.
And I think here we can see
I
we're
can't
talking about
fucking
this.
remember,
Oh, you're just
but
jumping
yeah,
into the
we use
little
dub
grass?
track. We have another group that also posts giveaways and dub track regularly.
ああ、びっくりする、これ。ドキドキする。
レディバーですね。アローラ地方には他の地方のポケモンも出てきます。はい。
So as you can see in the Alola region, obviously it's not just new Pokemon that are unique to the Alola region, but from other regions you see Pokemon.
まあ今回トレーナーとポケモンっていうものもしっかり描きたいと思ってトレーナーが一緒にこうポケモンの後ろにいるっていうところを再現してますね。
And as you can probably see here in battle, you see the trainer is actually standing behind the Pokemon in the battle. So we really wanted to express this feeling of the trainer always being with his or her Pokemon.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that in a little bit more detail here because I feel like there's so much that you've done with the way the battle looks in this game to make it feel really intense and really immersive. I was wondering if we could talk a little bit more about that with what you did with the lighting and the dynamic camera angles here.
やっぱこう没入感を高めるっていう話をちょっと
Person was curious because most of person's giveaways are in dub track.
そうですね。ちょっと時間によって影が長くなったりとかっていうのも入ってたりし
The
ます
person in the chat says that most of their giveaways are hosted in dub track.
Oh.
In the evening right now, so it's a bit long.
Well, is he interested in co-hosting with us, or
the mood of the battle.
I'm
I think
curious.
here Terry's kind of staying still for a second to let us see how the camera is moving around, and this is something that'll just happen for you if you're staying still in the battle for a moment, and you really get a good chance to get a look at the
battle
Pokemon
sequence
and the
looks,
area you're in and the
interesting.
environment.
まあこうやって一回テリー今止まってくれてるんですけれども、まあこうカメラの演出を見せたりとか、まあ結構やっぱこういうかっこいいカメラの演出があってすごいこうバトルフィールドの全体を見渡せるような感じになってますね。
今回カメラもすごいダイナミックさっていうのを非常に意識して演出を入れていますね。
So yeah, there's definitely some cool. We try to make the camera feel really dynamic in the battles this time around.
And actually, as Terry gets started in the battle here, I was wondering if we could talk a little bit more about the different changes you've made to the battle interface. I know there's a lot here that's really interesting, which makes the game really accessible to new players. Maybe this is their first Pokemon game, but it's also, I think, really satisfying as someone who's played a lot of Pokemon games. It feels really good, the changes that you've made here.
結構まあベテランにもやっぱこう初心者にも結構優しい感じのインターフェースにちょっとまあ今まで違う印象があるんですけれども、どういう変更を加えたんでしょうか。
そうですね。まあ今回とても親切なというか説明がいろいろ入れています。例えばそのインフォメーションボタンがあるんですけども、そちらをタッチすると今その技がどんな技かというのを一目で分かるようになっています。
So for example, yeah, we really tried to focus on making it really accessible and easy to understand. You saw in the movies there, Terry just pressed the little I button or the icon.
I don't understand why they're making the Japanese guys talk. Is it for the Japanese viewers as well?
there are just so many Pokemon that you have to keep in mind now as you're battling. It's so nice to be able to pull it up, and if maybe you don't quite remember what something does, being able to just pop it up really fast there, it's like you don't have to use that information, but if maybe your memory's not as good as it used to be and you need it, it's so nice to be able to pull that up and take a look.
まあちょっとこの技はどういう効果があるんだっけみたいなちょっと忘れてもらえると
そうですね。
できるようになって大丈夫ですね。
例えば今、レディバの方をタッチしてもらいますと、今どんな状態かっていうのが分かるようになってます。
So actually you can see there's the you can tap on the
Oh, you can see.
icon that's up
That's
on
cool.
the touchscreen,
You
and
can see
parameters actually just got changed.
you can see how lowered or higher their stats are now.
今まで全部覚えてなきゃいけなかったんですけど、これで一目で分かるようになってます。
Stats.
Just said like a lot of things that you had to keep in your head. You had
Like
to
how much lowered their
visualize the
attack
enemy
is.
itself.
Wait, is the lowering of attack resulted from a an attack, or depending on health bar?
No, just
Okay, good luck.
in general stats, how much they've been lowered since you've started the fight.
So, just to
The battle.
real quickly for folks who maybe haven't played a Pokemon game before.
Oh, you
battling
lowered
Pokemon
that
is really at the
intentionally
core of what
for
the series is all about. You're going
the
out into the world
presentation.
with your Pokemon, battling. Oh,
Yes.
That's what you want to say,
special
right?
moment.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so we're able to catch this Pokemon. But it's a really interesting game if you're interested in battle and strategy and in collecting all these really
This
interesting
looks
Pokemon
like
that you
something
meet.
I'd really like to play. So it's gonna be only available on Nintendo, right?
Good job.
Yeah, the 3DS.
And it's nice
that's
too
really
seeing how
bad.
the level up change.
ちょっとあれですね、レベルアップ
Previous titles have been 3DS exclusive
Oh,
too.
and this is actually something that we should talk about as well. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more
Would be
about
nice if they
what they're seeing
integrated
on the
今
on
ちょっと図鑑に登録されたんですけど
on
これ
PC at least. PC is quite universal.
今回、図鑑の、遊びとして、埋めたくなるっていう要素をすごく、かき立てるようにしました。で、白いモンスターボールなんですけども、実はあそこが空きスペースになっていて、例えばその捕まえたポケモンの、進化後か、それとももしかしたらペアとなるポケモンが出てくるかもしれないっていう風に演出しています。いろいろこうどんなポケモンがいるんだろうって考えながら育てたり捕まえたりしてほしいなと思います。
So one of the things we wanted to do with the Pokedex this time was really encourage players to, again, really want to catch them all, really fill up the Pokedex. And one way we've done that, as you can see, there's the Ladybug just got registered, but next to it is a white Pokeball icon. And what that does, that indicates there's an empty space, which means that either it has an evolution or maybe there's another Pokemon out there that kind of forms a pair with it. So that'll kind of encourage players to really want to fill up that empty space, go out and search and catch all different types of Pokemon and kind of complete their Pokedex.
Yeah, it's especially exciting, I think, when you find one and there's lots of white Pokeballs and you're just like, oh, okay.
So it's
Got a lot
Lots of white Pokeballs.
白いモンスターボールがあるとやっぱこう捕まえたくなりますよね。
お、
So
次さあ次は
What we got? Oh, nice! One of the new ones.
Oh, a new
こ
one.
れは
Another one. Another new one.
ヤングースというポケモンです。いつもお腹を空かしていて、お腹が減っていくとこう怒りっぽくなっちゃうっていうポケモンらしいですね。
So as you can see, this is the new Pokemon called Young Goose. It's always
This Pokemon looks
getting hungry
really
and then so it's looking
cute,
for food,
actually.
But whenever it's hungry, it also gets very aggressive.
I love its face. Design is just so
I don't know,
cute.
like,
I like the colors.
judging by its face,
I feel for
I'd
Pokemon, though. It's
assume
not
that
like
it's
you just throw a
gonna
bag of
throw
chips or
poop at
something
you or
and
something, you know? Looks kinda angry. It looks like it has the face of the current, like,
Close there.
That did no damage.
Catch this one.
We're on our way.
Good luck.
That's 2 down.
2匹ですね。
Yeah, this is always like the most stressful seconds in any Pokemon player's life. Just the... Oh.
揺れがいつもそうですね。
this is scripted. Why are they
Next
making
episode,
this?
give us a chance
Oh my
to
god,
take
this is
a
another
look
crunch
at the
fest. I
Pokedex.
can't
Got a
fucking.
new Pokemon to check out.
What happened? Did the stream stop?
No, it's loading.
It's loading.
Yeah, I wonder.
No, I mean the Nintendo one.
Oh,
Got some interesting changes.
no, they're still going. It's just,
They're still going. I'm
It's
the
just
one who lost
buffering.
connection.
yeah, it's buffering really bad for me.
Oh, it was buffering for you.
Yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't.
Shoot, what's going on?
Helps you.
Oh wow, right when I refresh. There we go.
It'll tell you information about Pokemon that you really. Here, actually, we're still really early
There we
in the
go.
game. We don't have the Rotom Pokedex, so the touchscreen is just black on the bottom, but you'll get it later.
And here, actually, this is a great chance. If we just like take a quick circle around, we can show off not only the trainer's proportions, but also the movement is a little bit different than what folks who played previous Pokemon games have expected.
頭身が変わっただけではなくて、今ちょっと移動のなんていうんですかね、その見た目っていうか、ちょっと動き
そうですね
方も変わりましたね。
今回フリーに自由に動けるような仕組みにしてますね。
So yeah, you can move around free, full analog movement this time in the game.
Oh, and we need to tell players what's going on here when they're seeing the shadow come in.
どういう意味ですかね。
まあ今キ
Oh.
ャラクターがこうモンスターボールをこう投げてるんですけど、あれはこうポケモントレーナーですね。でポケモントレーナーの視線に引っかからないように、まあ上下でこうその緊張感をこう表しています。
So you see that lady over there, or the girl throwing a Pokeball up and down, and so she's a Pokemon trainer, and what she's obviously going to try and battle you, but what that kind of shadow that appears on the screen indicates is that there's that she's going to challenge you to a battle, so it kind of increases this sense of tension of you're about to go into a battle, and indicates that to the player.
That's
So I can
new.
either avoid her or actually battle her.
じゃあこうバトルするか、避けるか。
Can't really avoid.
Yeah, like, it feels like that moment where people are like glaring at each other,
No, it's like
ready to fight.
now there's a way, like as if to show tension when you're about to battle, encounter someone and battle them. There's like shadows on the top and the bottom of the screen.
Have that second where you can avoid it before you just kind of
To
stumble yourself into
present
a battle.
that you're in danger of going in a battle, or
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
so you
And
can
then
actually
we see
avoid
here,
it.
We're seeing the other trainer as well.
They
And
did
it's
say
really nice, actually,
whether,
because
and
it's such a
it'll
good
show
way
that you
to
can,
Pokemon
you'll be able to
proportions
avoid it, but
alongside their
I didn't
trainers.
really see how.
相手のトレーナーもバトルに出てるんですけどね、もうやっぱこうサイズ感、ポケモンのサイズ感っていうのが結構伝わりますね。
そうですね。結構そういうところがやっぱりこうトレーナーがいることによって表現できているっていうのが
How much is Nintendo
Yeah, it's definitely one of the
3DS?
things. I think by having the trainers in battle, like you mentioned, it really gives you that sense of scale.
Let
I
me.
think from the experience I've had at the office playing this
I mean,
game,
depends
it's
on
really
which
surprise people when they
model.
take a look at just how big and small certain Pokemon are when they're actually standing right next to them.
まあ結構多分今まで実
Like-
感湧かなかった部分も多かったと思うんですけど、まあ実際遊んでみてやっぱこうこのポケモンこの大きさだったんだみたいなって思うところも多分多いんじゃないかなと。
あと、トレーナーごとにですね、いろいろこうモーションを工夫してまして、例え
そうなんだ
ばボールの投げ方だったりとか、まあ、ポケモンに指示を出す仕草とか、まあ、そういったものが細やかに設定されています。
やられちゃったポーズとか、
やられちゃった。
And with the trainers being represented in full 3D this time, they all have unique motions and reactions. For example, how they throw their Pokeball or their reaction when they lose, for example.
アイテム拾いましたね。
So you just got an item there.
I think there might be some more folks who can battle up here.
Oh yeah, someone in the chat just said it's normally around $200.
Walking around I'm hoping folks who are watching or listening
$200.
hear the
Yeah.
music in this area. It just
Well, I think it's actually worth it.
really great how it feels.
I mean, it's small convenience.
Environment.
視聴者の皆さんも多分、聞こえてると思うんですけど、結構音楽素晴らしいですね。南の国にちょっとあった感じの。
And I'm assuming
I
that.
love how enthusiastic he looks.
But I'm curious, like, what's its usual lifespan?
ヤングースです
I
ね。
mean, it's been around
Is it worth
since
buying?
it's been around since
Nintendo.
2011, and it's still getting new titles.
And we can see as
I'm
Terry's
assuming
battling
that
here,
it's successful.
with how the battle
It's been,
interface is
it's
set
yeah,
up,
it's really
It's
successful.
really easy to just get super involved in the battle to whatever extent.
This
you
is
want
something
to
that
do,
I'd actually
but
consider
also
getting
information at your fingertips. It's not
instead
that
of
you
an
have to look at
Xbox
it all.
or a
It's so
PS.
nice that if there's anything that you need
Actually,
to check on, you can do
PS
it
is
so
nice.
quickly, and you still feel really
But
immersed in the battle.
これやっぱ
Xbox.
そうですね。バトルのインターフェースでこういろんな情報を今今回覚えなくても
Not really much of a point to get an Xbox One if you have a Windows 10 PC.
情報すぐに出せるのがやっぱこう便利ですね。
ああ、そうですね。やっぱりこうバトルをしていて
How
まあ
much do you think that buying a controller,
まあそうい
Xbox
ったことをすぐ
controller,
こう情報に出せるということは初心者でも
off eBay is
まあとっつきやすくなるかなと入れました。
a good thing
So
to
yeah, of
do?
course, it
You
really,
think it's
there's a lot of
it's
depth in
wise?
battles, but you don't have.
I have an Xbox One controller.
Or they won't remember a lot of.
Oh, they just wrecked a preschooler. I have an Xbox One controller, and it's
I'll say,
really
I love
comfortable.
Young Goose's painting animation.
It's the
So cute.
lunar white one.
気絶な演出が可愛いです
If you want to see how good it looks.
I always have a soft spot for Pokemon.
あ
There we
ー
go.
ツツケラですね。キツツキポケモンなんですけども、まあ、1秒に16連打して木を叩くと 言われているポケモンですね。
So this is a pick-a-peck. It's called the wood poker, or excuse me, the woodpecker Pokemon. I can't even speak, but so the setting of this Pokemon is that it can actually peck 16 times in 1 second. So it's got very fast beak.
16回というのは特徴だよね。
16回っていうのが大事。
We're very particular about the number 16.
It's interesting, yeah, watching its animation as it's got very bird-like movements as it's kind of twitching its head side to side, and I think that the level of detail that you guys have put into all the Pokemon animations in this game is really fantastic.
ポケモンそれぞれの動きとかすごい細やかに設定
Where did you get your controller?
GameStop. GameStop.
首を横に振ったり
So you went to a store physically.
Yeah, I got it physically. Oh god, that bird just wrecked Poplio. And all their Pokemon has low health, so this is not gonna end well.
To mention, actually, we did find
Basically,
a Pokeball earlier as well.
I can actually buy
and find some good items to help you out along the way that
a
can help you fill up
360
your Pokemon.
controller. In Serbia, back in Serbia, I can buy it for like $25 most.
捕まってよかった。
And I can get it without shipping, like no shipping fee.
Let's get that simply way to end it
That's
out.
cool.
High risk to catch them all.
Yeah, it's either from Hong Kong, Singapore,
Looks
or
like
from
I
China.
got a level out of that though.
I have a wired 360 controller and I got it for like $21
ゲームの醍醐味ですね。
This is definitely one of the
because it was a
things that really makes Pokemon
deal,
fun game. This kind of like
a sale.
the sense of tension here.
So do we have anything we can give?
Jeez, these people were really close to losing. They had 2 Pokemon left and both had really low HP.
We'll just run for this one.
Alright.
ちょっとこれは一回逃げよう。あ、ヤングース。
ああ、ヤングース出ましたね。
Okay, a brand new sealed official Microsoft Xbox 360 Elite wireless controller black, 19 US dollars.
There's more
Wow.
fighting in your future.
More fight. この先もバトルが待ってるので、そうです。
Yeah,
回復
it's actually available in France.
So actually, as we come into
Free
this
shipping.
area here, we're going to be
But I'm
meeting
in
several
Switzerland.
different characters that our viewers.
Alright. Oh, not
Did
again.
it stop again? Yeah, it stopped. Okay, they seem to be having some issues with the stream.
Maybe aren't
Up.
familiar with. Would you mind just giving us a quick introduction to the
Yeah, it's really buggy. I don't know. Okay,
He's
there.
actually the guy who gives you your first partner Pokemon in your adventure.
すごい強いトレーナーですね。
A very strong trainer on this island.
この子はハウっていうキャラクターですね。ニャビーを今連れているんですけど、この後、お祭りで一緒に戦います。
So this is how, and you're about to battle him actually as part of this festival.
あと、ククイですね。ポケモン博士です。今回は、技の研究をしているという博士ですね。
And that's Professor Kukui right there in the white lab coat. He's a professor who specializes in researching Pokemon moves, so like their attacks and such.
Yeah, I think based on the fan response I've seen, he is quickly becoming the most dreamy professor. I think for the fans.
今までの博士の中でもちょっとイケメンっていう評判が
あとリリエですね。ポケモンのトレーナーではないんですけども、今後も一緒に冒険するキャラクターです。
And that's Lily behind you there. She's the assistant of Professor Kukui, and she's not a Pokemon trainer, but she'll join you on your adventure throughout the story.
And sharp-eyed viewers may have noticed her
回復した。
bag is kind of interesting.
Safe.
ちょっと彼女が持っている、バッグちょっと気になりますね、カバンの方は。
なんかありましたか今？
Was there something there?
い
Yeah.
や、もうわからない。
ちょっとね、さっき動いてたけどね。
いや
でもまだ言えない。
Gotta keep it a secret right now, unfortunately.
動いてたの見ちゃった。
You saw a move. Maybe that's a hit.
I think it's time we go into the festival battle.
じゃあそろそろ祭りのバトルになりますか。
So I think it's going to be really interesting for fans of the series to see this battle and the space. The way that Pokemon and Pokemon battles are integrated into
Okay,
the culture in these
some guy
islands is
called
really
Swords the
interesting.
Sky
And you get these
Captain on
amazing
Steam
battle spaces
from the
where
group is
other
asking
folks are
me
gathering around and
if he can
watching
join
them
us on
fight.
Skype.
このやっぱこう人間の社会にもやっぱポケモンとポケモンバトルそのものがこう、なんていうんですか、社会に
Someone on
すごい
Steam?
大切なものっていうのがすごく伝わりますね。やっぱこういう、こうバトルアリーナ
Sure.
みたいなのできてて。
そうですね。
Alright, can you give me the
お
link?
祭りなんですけども、
Yeah.
2人の旅立ちを 祝うというかそういう儀式になっています。戦った後にこの2人は島を巡る冒険が始まるというストーリーになっています。
So in this particular festival, actually, this is kind of a celebration or a way to kind of kick off both you and Hao's adventures to kind of travel across the island. So it's kind of a ritual.
All right, there we go. I sent it in the Skype.
And folks may have noticed there was another thing we can't really talk about too much, but just to mention Tapu Koko. It's worth paying attention to that name. It might be important.
Please report more information. I can't really talk too much about it.
And so how about a Pichu? Who looks adorable.
可愛いですね。今度負けないように頑張ってください。
Don't lose this time, Derek.
Leave it to me.
任せてください。
And here we can see
what he's done for
checking different effects.
そうですね。パラメータがどう変わったかっていうのを今ちょっと確認してる。
敵の相手方も自分側も両方見え
Okay,
る。
the other Pokemon looks familiar.
So you can
Yeah.
see both your status changes as well as the opponent's status changes to really see what's going on in the battle.
So looking at this tropical environment, I'm really hoping that you guys
electric-based
were able to pull off
Pokemons
some
are
nice tropical
effective against
locations,
water
maybe.
Pokemons,
Maybe
right?
it's for research, it's work. Just have to go.
今回まあ南の国
Yeah,
設定なんですけど、やっぱ
from the looks of it,
目的でこういろんな
super effective.
場所に行けたんじゃないでしょうか。
そうですね。開発のスタッフでこう実際にハワイに行ってですね、いろいろなモチーフを見たり、デザインにも生かされたりしています。
So yeah, we actually took as the staff, the development staff at Game Freak, we took trips to Hawaii to really do some research, and we've definitely utilized that to kind of reflect it in the game. And
I should have convinced my boss that I need to do that to prep for this. To really get this segment, I really need to go to Hawaii.
今回のこのセグメントのためにやっぱこうハワイに行ってくればよかったですね。自然勉強ということで。
Come on, Terry, show us what you got.
That's one down.
Nice.
一匹倒しましたね。
So we saw with the icons as the battle started. I think Hao has one more Pokemon to go.
ハオはまあ手持ちがあと一匹ですね。はい。
Ooh, and a new skill, nice.
新しい技を覚え
Getting
て
stronger.
I'm about to send in Litten.
There we see one of the other new
Oh yeah, they
stars.
called it Litten. Oh my god, that's a fucking cringy name. That's so cringy.
Oh wow, you can tell which move is super effective and not very.
So at this
I
point
just
in the
noticed
story,
that.
you see, Hao has Litten.
Wait,
which is
where
another
can
one
you
of the
tell?
first
Oh,
Pokemon you can
it
choose
says
here.
on the
But
on
you've
the
actually
side. Oh,
encountered,
that's.
him,
I guess
battled
that's
against him and his
useful.
Litten once in the story.
But
And so
that
once
kind
you
of limits the
Pokemon
point
once
of
you've battled the Pokemon
understanding
once, the next time you battle,
Pokemons.
you'll get information on your move list about which moves are effective and which ones aren't.
あれですね。スーパーエフェクティブっていう効果抜群っていう。
そうですね。So just explaining that, you know, water gun, super effective uses, yeah, what it
I
means.
think I'll stick with that one.
Yeah.
初心者でも分かりやすい風にしています。
So it's just coming back to make it all very easy to understand for even beginners of the games.
Yeah, it really is so nice to have that information.
Wow, what the
ある
fuck?
とやっぱ助かりますね。
I think especially when you're trying to catch
This is really
more
interesting
Pokemon.
that
You're like, okay,
basically,
I actually maybe don't
as
want
far
to be
as I
super effective right
understand it,
now. I need to
Pokemon,
whittle this Pokemon down. So being able to remember maybe you want
not
to use
really
your weaker attacks
supposed to,
sometimes
like,
just to kind of get them
yeah,
just to that
collect
point.
捕まえるときとか、捕
Pokemon,
まえたいときとかもやっぱこ
you're
う効果抜
actually
群じゃない
supposed
方
to
とか
train
あ
the
あ
ones that you have as much as you can so that
Right,
the
good job,
Pokemon that you
勝
have
ちました。
I love how
can
Discord Hao is about
actually
losing too. He's just kind of
withstand and overcome the Pokemon that
So I
are
don't think
their
we can go too much further in
weaknesses.
the
You
gameplay because we're
understand?
going to start
Yeah.
giving away story elements that we
One of
don't
those
want to show
Pokemon
folks
is
yet.
like Gyarados.
But you did bring
Like,
another
he had a
video for us
magic
to take a
power.
look at that
It's
has
completely
a new
useless,
gameplay mode
but when it
that I
evolves
don't
into
think
Gyarados, it's a
folks have seen
fucking
before.
monstrosity.
この先やっぱ実機プレイを進めるとまあストーリーのネタバレ的なところも落ちてしまうことになるので、まあここまでにしてただもう一つちょっと映像をまあ持って
I'm
き
not
てい
sure
ただい
like
て
how
そうですっていう
how
理解
this
なんですけど、
works.
初めて
The whole thing about building resistance for weaknesses,
ポケモンはやっぱり
but
コミュ
I'm
ニケー
pretty
ショ
sure
ンツールとして
it
今ま
depends
で
on
こ
the
う
strength
対戦とか
of
交
the
換とかっていう
Pokemon
の
that you
をやってきたんですけども、今回はさらにこう新しい形でのバトルっていうものが登場します。バトルロイヤルっていうですね。
So with Pokemon series, obviously, using it as a kind of a communication tool, facilitating that communication between players has always been one of the things we've really focused on with the game. So trading and battling between players, of course. This time that's no different. We've got an all-new multiplayer battle mode, which we're calling the Battle Royale.
Ooh.
All right, well, let's see if our crew can load that up
Battle
for us
Royale.
and we can check out this gameplay.
This looks interesting.
Okay, oh, 2 on 2.
So as we get started here,
Is
can you
that
tell
true?
us a little bit about what the rules are for Battle Royale and how the matches are decided?
あ、そうです。このバトルロイヤルなんですけども、4人のプレイヤーがポケモンを3匹ずつバトルに出して
Oh, there we go. Just took forever to load.
今日はちょっと時間の関係で1匹にしています。
So in this mode, it's actually 4 players. Each player chooses up to 3 Pokemon and battles with 1 at a time. In this video here, we're just doing 1 Pokemon for the sake of time.
このバトルロイヤルの勝敗についてなんですけども、誰かの手持ちのポケモンが全て倒されたら試合終了となります。
So how this actually works with how it determines the winner. So this is a free-for-all battle. But when one of the trainers, when the first trainer to lose all of his or her Pokemon, that signals the end of the battle.
倒したポケモンの数と、残ったポケモンの数の合計が一番多いプレイヤーが勝者となります。
And then once the battle is over, once the first person loses all of their Pokemon, it then to determine the winner, the game
It's a
tallies
4-way Pokemon battle.
each player's how many Pokemon they've defeated,
That's really
and also how many
cool.
Pokemon they have remaining on their team, and whoever has that highest number is the winner of the battle royale.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting what this is going to do for strategy as folks are playing, because generally speaking, when you're thinking about how you're going to switch up your Pokemon to fight another trainer, it's only a one-on-one situation, so you can look at their Pokemon and say, okay, I've got this Pokemon that's going to be strong against this one.
Did it stop for you?
Other opponents here, so you really have to
No,
think
it's still
about
going
who's
for
gonna
me.
do their best against a
3
group.
other opponents actually.
Yeah,
I'd say.
it's
そうですね、やっぱこう今までだったらこうチーム戦とかあとまあ1対1のポケモンバトルが、多分主流だったと思うんですけども、今回はやっぱこう相手、3人気にしなきゃいけないっていうのは、まあ、特徴ですよね。
そうですね。
Oh, you can tell what move is super effective to who now. That's like... That doesn't look like you need any strategy anymore.
Yeah. But you still do need strategy, actually.
Yeah, but now you can tell what move is not very normal or super effective to which Pokemon. Right then and there.
Defeat Pokemon, who you're going to focus on, so
Yeah.
totally new gameplay dynamic.
Yeah, it is interesting how much more intense it feels, where I'm used to just looking at the trainer in front of me and fighting them, and suddenly it's like, oh, there's 2 more trainers. I have to pay attention to everybody. And folks watching there, you may have caught that the trainers there were wearing different outfits from what we saw with the regular player characters that we showed off so far. We can't really talk about that yet, but worth noticing.
ちょっとそれぞれの
Obviously the
プレイヤー
results
やっぱ
here.
見た目とかあと服装が違うっていうのはちょっと気になりましたね。
また気づいちゃいましたね。
You got a good eye there.
これあれですね。今回着せ替えが入ってます。
So yeah, you can actually customize your outfits in this game as well.
So we're just about out of time, but before we wrap up, I was curious now that you've had a chance to see some fan reaction for these games. How's it been seeing how Pokemon fans have reacted for Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon?
まあちょっと時間が来てしまいましたけれども、まあ今回の、ポケモンサンムーン発表されてから、多分まあファンからの反響というのはあるんですけれども、そのまあ手応えについてお話してもらえますか。
そうですね。今回、7言語から、9言語に中文を、増やしまして、特にその中文使われる人たちもたくさん反響いただいてまして、まあ、自分のツイッターとか、いただいてるんですけども、やっぱりこう、まあ、ポケモン20周年ということもあって、ここからさらにこう広がりを見せるために、まあ、非常にこうみんなが喜んでくれて、まあ、とても嬉しいなと。
Okay.
So yes, the reaction from everyone
Speak up
is
now.
really great. You know, I get tons of messages
Hello.
and tweets and everything.
Okay, we got one person online. Can we get 2 people on the line?
You know, for the future,
Hola.
really kind of expand it to even a wider audience. And
Who the hell are you? Oh wait, it's you.
In addition to the
So what's your name, Mr.?
Ruby Alpha Sapphire, we also added
Don't call me Exile or so help me, I'll shove a grenade down your throat.
Especially from those regions like.
What's your name?
Really been
I'm
kind of
Daniel,
excited
of
about it,
course.
sending me lots of great messages.
And I am
Daniel.
out
Is there
of fruit
anything
bear.
final that you'd like
God,
to
I'm
say to
sad.
fans?
Daniel, you sound really cringy, man. Are you watching the stream?
そうですね。もう今まで
Why the
にない
hell would
チャ
I
レ
be
ンジをこ
watching
の
your
ソフトは
stream?
サンとムーンはしているの
Okay,
で、
I'll take that as a yes.
楽しみに待っててください。
Welcome, Daniel, to our
Yeah,
Skype
Sun and
conference
Moon
call.
are, really doing a lot
Hello?
of challenges for us to game
And now my Scottish accent. Hello from Scotland.
You're from Scotland?
Oh no, I'm actually part Scottish.
So you're from US, but you took heritage from Scotland?
Yeah, I got family from Scotland.
But I think we've really brought the game together. It's really turned into something fantastic.
Lovely place. Lovely
Yeah,
place.
no, I'm definitely looking forward. Thank
Daniel,
you so much for joining us and giving us some
do you like
insight into the
Pokemon?
development work here. Folks watching again,
I'm gonna see if my
that
camera
is
works in the Skype call. Hold on.
for the Nintendo 3DS
Yeah, it's working,
family of
man.
systems this November,
Working.
so you don't have to wait too much longer.
Where's my helmet?
And please don't go anywhere. In a few moments, we're
He's
actually
got a
coming
helmet,
back.
Jason.
Alina-san is going to be stopping
I
by
don't think you can
to
beat
show us
that.
some gameplay for a game you might be thinking about, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you.
So, Daniel, I can see your helmet very clearly. It's a helmet, and yeah, you should definitely. Everyone should actually consider getting a helmet to keep it in their homes in case of emergencies. You know, you never know when
This
you
is
could
actually
actually
an
use it.
artifact.
So
This is
it's
actually an artifact from World War II.
so it's from one of your family members.
Nope. Everybody says that, but you know where it's actually from?
Did you
It's
buy
actually, huh?
it?
My boss gave it to me. I work, so.
Oh, okay. Did the stream stop?
No,
Okay,
they're
let's see.
transitioning.
You're from Siberia? No, Sariba. How do you say that?
Holy shit, man! It's really cold up there. I'm not from
Sariba.
No, it's not Sariba.
Well, then I'm the stupidest motherfucker on this call at this moment.
Maybe.
So, RTGC Live, E3 2016. Woo! E3!
Yeah, I share your enthusiasm. Definitely.
I mean, if I was able to go to E3, hell yeah. Why is it? Okay, are we the only three in the call? That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. You should totally complain to our other staff members and.
I would complain, but I don't. I'm too bored.
You're too bored to complain. That doesn't make any sense.
Who is typing like a maniac?
Yeah, that would be me.
Oh snap, Zelda.
Zelda? Oh.
They're about
really?
to show Zelda
Oh.
live.
Eh? Anyone?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I tried so hard. Yet you shoot me. Okay, so there's 167 messages in the chat. I am so scared to open it because it'll probably lag out my computer and die. So I'm just gonna hide the conversation, like.
Well, you need a link to.
Oh, shoot.
Are you watching the Nintendo stream?
No. No links. I have enough links. Okay.
Well, if you're here, you might as well watch
Oh.
the stream.
Prepare for domination. E3 2016. Okay, what am I doing? was changing the topic. That's right.
Dude, if you're gonna do that, we could just kick you out.
No, it's only on my computer.
No, it's
No,
for everyone.
You just changed it to E3 Skype chat.
I am
Dude,
sorry.
this Skype conference call is for the actual E3, and if you don't wanna talk about E3,
Why
if you
do
want,
you know it changed for everybody? Dude, this was like my first group call.
dude, if you wanna be like that, you can just tag along with Jimmy and go to wherever Jimmy goes, you know.
Right. I say sorry. All right, my God. I'm a one-on-one conferencer. I don't do group calls.
You know who is Epic Jimmy, right?
What?
You know who is Epic Jimmy?
No, I don't. Your mic's cracking out on you.
Yeah, are you listening?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes. Okay, I'm joining the live stream. Oh wait.
Thank you. Epic Jimmy is like the guy with who owns Real Time Gamers Club, and he's a bitch. You understand? And yeah.
You know what? If you're gonna talk about the leader like that, I visit you from Germany and beat you senseless.
Okay.
Come at me, bro. I have one more thing to show up from my arsenal. My beautiful prized possession.
I'm hoping it's not something that he's gonna insert in items.
He's worrying me.
No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no.
Wait, are you actually singing the theme song of the fucking
Hey, Marko.
show?
Marko, look at the screen. Ready?
I'm looking at the screen, man, and I don't wanna. I don't wanna see your shortened cutlass.
It's a Bowie knife. Cutlass is a sword. It's bigger than a knife.
Yeah, but that's what used to be a cutlass.
This
and
is
then
a damn cutlass.
It gets left
This
in
is
two,
a
man.
Bowie. This is a Bowie knife from the Civil War era. It's a reproduction.
Oh, it's a reproduction. Well, thank you
Do
for
you know
the.
anything about weapons? Do you know anything about weapons?
Yeah, I know that they're used for cutting grass.
Name one weapon that you know of.
That I know of.
Come on, any era, any war. Come on, any era, any war, any country.
I'd like to name my own fists.
That does not count as a weapon.
I'm pretty sure that counts as a weapon.
All right, go ahead. Bring your fist to a knife fight. See if you don't get stabbed repeatedly by me.
Yeah, I could actually see that not happening. Are they still transitioning?
Yeah.
Okay, where's the fucking riot in the chat? Like, I want the riot, man. This
You want
is.
riot?
We barely even have a chat.
You want riot?
I'm talking about Nintendo chat.
Oh.
Hey, you want bloody riots?
The chat is disabled.
Prepare to fire.
Yeah, they disabled it.
Because people were going apeshit. Yeah.
I don't think it was ever on.
Oh, you mean? Are you talking about Skype chat?
No, the Treehouse, the E3 stream.
Riot. You get the riot.
Mate.
Not on Skype, man.
Mate.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Ed, here with Bill.
Okay, now I see the chat entries where I changed it. I thought it just changed it for my thing.
Here. We're going to talk a little bit about a little game here that I think a lot
we're
of people are
back.
excited about, The Legend of Zelda,
Is he
Breath of the
wearing
Wild. Before we jump right into things though, Mr. Ainuma, I think, is there
Are they all wearing those, do you see it on their
Yes,
chest?
yeah, I see it. They're all wearing
I
one.
got a question for you, Jstar.
Yes.
I got a question for you, Jstar. Do you know anything about guns or weapons? Other than Marco's fist?
Why are you, bro? This is a stream
So I
for
created
Zelda.
this game thinking about breaking the conventions of Zelda.
If
and
I'm
I
in
know
a
that
stream,
lot of
my
fans
God,
have
I
seen
feel
the trailer,
retarded.
and they probably want us to jump right in. So why don't we get started?
So
Let's do it.
Daniel, do you wanna talk about
We're
the
going to be showing a
E3?
lot
Do
of the
you
Legend
wanna
of
like
Zelda today.
discuss about
We're
that?
starting
Or-
right
Wait,
here.
am I
We're going to show
I
you
in
what
the
you can do.
stream?
and
Yes.
we're
Yeah,
gonna introduce
this
you to amazing
this whole
worlds. We're
Skype
gonna try not to
conference is
spoil
about
anything,
if you've
so
been
feel
paying
free to tune
attention.
in for as long as you like.
Oh, right. Hold on, let me reclip the belt to this thing.
Oh, are they starting?
Uh,
Oh, they're starting.
there's a rip.
They're starting Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Marco, there's a rip
Quiet.
in the leather belt.
Daniel, be quiet. We're gonna watch Zelda, Legend of Zelda, the new Legend of Zelda, man.
It's the new
oh,
Legend of Zelda.
this is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Fuck this shit, I'm up. Please.
He left. Kick him. Kick him.
This is a
Jason.
very mysterious place out in Amazon.
Jason. Yeah, remove him.
神秘的な場所ですけれど。
Oh, you did?
You remove him.
No, I didn't. Oh, I did. Oh, I must have by accident.
You didn't remove him.
I've talked about breaking the conventions of Zelda.
All I
so
did was
Link
turn off my mic.
does Start by waking up.
You didn't remove him.
I didn't. Yeah, I
Keep that
didn't.
rooted in the tradition.
I want you to remove him.
伝統を守るという感じでいいんじゃないでしょうか。
Oh, from the. Oh,
From
from
the
the.
Skype call.
Oh, okay.
This really is a
Yeah.
mysterious
Yeah.
place.
Bye bye.
I know, very
Shoot, I didn't know what you mean. I thought you meant from the voice call.
From the Skype conference call, yes.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it.
Okay,
It
this
will help guide
looks
you after your long slumber.
nice.
For Wii
See the
U,
introduction of
this
a
looks
very
gorgeous.
mysterious item.
神秘的なアイテムが出てきましたが。
ゼルダって今まで剣と魔法のね、そういう世界だったんですけど。
Shikai Slave.
So in the
So
past series,
that's
we've
an
used
item that's gonna be like your
This time
pointer,
around,
like
we introduced
compass
technology.
in every game.
Not
Okay,
sure. It
looks
had.
like he's
I know a
holding
lot of people are going to be so excited to see how that plays out in this game because that's such a great new wrinkle to add to the Zelda franchise.
のシーガーストーンがどんな感じで
Oh my
So this is
god.
his
皆
map.
さんが期待してると思います。
でもやっぱり宝箱
Old shirt.
And so, he's gonna start with by opening the treasure box.
宝箱からが出てきたのね、服なんですね。
These are clothing items that he can wear.
リンク今まで裸同然でしたから。
Link was pretty much naked.
Well-worn pants.
ビルこれ裸でもできるけどね。
Oh, Bill, you can actually play this nude too if you want.
You can play Zelda nude. Good to know.
This looks really good. What? You
That
can.
would also make you very vulnerable to enemies, just so you know.
What did you say?
敵にもちょっとそれで
Technically, in the game, you don't have to put any clothes on to play.
Okay.
And so we see here one of the functionalities of the Sheikah Slate is activating
これがシーガーストーンの
this pedestal
機能の一つです。
and opening this door here.
So it starts.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
You are the light. Oh,
あのね、画面にジャンプっていう風に書かれてます。今
I
回ね、
rule.
初めてボタンでジャンプするようになりました。
So as you can see on the screen, it says jump. Now Link can jump for the first time.
そのジャンプはああやって壁を登るためなんです。
Oh wow, Link can
Jump
jump?
is for him to climb up the wall.
Why is that surprising?
He doesn't usually jump in games.
Well, didn't he jump like in the first actual?
In the first Zelda?
I think he did. Wait. The first Zelda that features 3D graphics and the 3D environment. I'm not sure I remember on which console that was. So, Legend of Zelda, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Wow.
So in the previous titles, we used
Legend of
character
Zelda
names and item
Breath
names
of
as
the Wild.
subtitles, but this time
And
around,
this
we
looks
wanted
amazing.
To,
Yeah, I mean for Wii U, this looks just gorgeous.
And I think, especially from that sweeping panoramic shot,
So it's
right there, we
Wii
see
U only.
how much of a
No, Wii U and NX.
the world is, how much of a presence the world is in this. And
Yeah.
Hearing some of the iterations of possibilities for
Not too bad. I know it's fucking
you know,
consoles.
I remember the moment when I first heard.
Well, NX isn't even out.
That's the right one. It just
They haven't even like released any details on it. It's just that this game is also coming to it.
And the sort of expansiveness of this world.
このゲームの背景を見たり、その自然の要素っていうのを見ていると、初めてそのサブタイトルを伺った時に、あ、これだ、これがもうぴったり合うっていう風に感じました。
はい、こうやってね、どんどんね、壁とか山とか登っていけるんですね。
So Link can climb the mountain or the wall, just like you said, you saw here.
で、横に緑色のゲージがありますけど、頑張りゲージって言って、あれが続く限り登っていけるわけです。
So that is the green, you see the green gauge on the left. That's the stamina gauge, and you can kind of see how much he can climb by that gauge.
で、世界に転がっていろんなものをね、どんどん手に入れることができるわけ。
And then there's a lot of items scattered all around the world, and you can take those, you can pick those up.
任天堂といえば。
And then, as a Nintendo, we of course have to have this item right here, mushrooms.
We love our mushrooms.
Did he just say we love our mushrooms?
This mushroom is not going to make Link any bigger.
I mean, I understand what they're trying to say.
Yeah, he did.
その世界にあるいろんなものにこうリンクはこういろいろアクションできるんですね。
So as you can see, Link can push
He seems to have a lot of strength, as always.
He can use all these little items and elements and incorporate it into gameplay.
See already, Bill doing some gathering, a lot of climbing here. And already there's this sense of you're just thrown into this world of exploration right off the bat.
Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Somebody's calling you, Bill.
So here we get our first look at the map. This circular area here being
this is the map.
Extent of the E3 demo that we're showing. This is a high plateau in the center of Hyrule.
We're looking at all of that for
I'll
E3.
give you just a sneak peek of how big that is, but I think you'll get to see a better look at the scale of the world later on today.
ハイラルの真ん中に位置しているE3 バージョンで見れるマークは後でまた別の機会にお見せしましょう。
No, I got a baked apple.
A baked one? Oh snap.
No, you took a baked apple.
Oh wow, baked apple?
Oh. Now, who is this gentleman, Mr. Onuma? Would you like to share with people?
That's my baked apple, yeah. Ha ha ha.
He's kind of myserious looking.
ね、一番最初のゼルダで出会ったのもこういうローズでしたよね。
And then in the first of the series, I think you met a guy like this.
He says this is the Great Plateau, and he describes it as the birthplace of the Kingdom of Hyrule.
ハイラル王国の誕生の地、初めて見たりしている。
This looks really, really good.
So you can see the temple. That's
Gorgeous,
very,
my God.
Mm.
Yes, he says the kingdom is in a state of decay. So I picked up a tree branch earlier. Currently, it's all I have for a weapon, but you can see very quickly the things that I can do.
Oh, look, you're not burning down the... Oh. Spoke too soon. Now you're gonna start a wildfire.
You can do a lot of things, but you can't just set everything on fire.
Right. I think we've just seen a window into Bill's play style.
I picked up an axe, and so I can
Woodcutter's
also
axe. Can you use it as a weapon?
swap my weapons out. So I'll switch over
Looks
to the
like it.
axe. The axe is great because I can chop down trees if I want to get to some apples.
Oh,
Use all
nice.
the resources, right? I
Wow.
can even chop
Wow, this
the
is so
logs
cool.
that I've cut.
Yeah,
to
firewood.
Wow, this is so...
which I can later use.
This is just
to
a
set
beginning. Wow, this is amazing.
This is so
Very
amazing.
nice, neatly bundled up already for you.
It's amazing.
Convenient. Yeah, I think honestly, first time I got my hands on the ROM, I spent the first 20 minutes like chopping down trees and climbing trees. That's all I did.
Blue Nightshade.
I've always been a big fan of the Koroks.
Oh?
この子たちはね、この世界の至る所にこう隠れてるんです。
So these guys are actually hiding everywhere in the world here.
Oh, what do we have there?
I was under the impression that the creature was facing his back against him, but that's actually like a mask or something.
Did you get it already?
Or a
Did you
face.
find it?
Master sword.
Oh.
The rusty broadsword.
こんなところにね、そんな重要なものがな置いてあるわけないでしょ。
There's no way I'm gonna play
Rusty
something that
broadsword,
important
yeah.
here.
That would be the ultimate in breaking with the Zelda conventions.
それはなんかゼルダの当たり
Looks
前を
really nice.
見直すっていうのの一番
Now I do need a shield, so I think I'm gonna run up this way. As you can see,
I wonder if they added any like disadvantages to being in water.
I'm gonna run up here through the grass. I've had a sword, so perhaps
Since you can go against any obstacle from water, it seems.
But
They're all cuttable.
Mm-hmm. Wow. But I'm assuming the grass respawns at 12. The grass looks really well designed. It doesn't seem to impact the performance.
Yeah.
Oh, animal. No,
Stumbled onto a
creature.
goblin camp here.
Oh, this combat system looks really fun.
Oh, gonna dispatch them with.
It feels good to have a Wii U.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that, like, I was always under the impression that buying the Wii U was actually worth the money.
Yeah, it was. There's a lot of good games that you can only get on a Wii U.
Oh, he's taunting me.
How old is it?
Oh no.
How old?
Yeah.
3.5 years.
Yeah. And 3.5 years and you pay like that price, you know? I think it's much more profitable than the PS or Xbox. Because they do like replace those consoles very soon.
Well, so is the Nintendo. Actually, we're gonna get 3 new consoles next year.
Yeah.
Project Scorpio, PS4 Neo, and the NX.
So the cycle of this game is that you go into a battle with enemies and then you take their weapon.
I think a friend of mine owns a Wii IR.
So perhaps we'll head down and check out some of these ruins.
I wonder what's the price tag for this game.
Of the Wii U? Of the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
The game,
The Wii U, I don't know, like, what's the price tag of the Wii U?
about $250.
So let's see
Yeah, I think so.
And it normally comes with a game.
Little heart icon on the
With a game, yeah.
and then it shows that you can get half of the heart back if you eat it.
今回はね、草を切ってハートで回復するんではなくて、リンクは物を食べて回復します。
So this time around, you're not going to find any hearts in the grass, but you're going to be eating these food items, and you can get your energy, stamina back up.
Using that way to replenish your health. I love that notion of really having to take advantage of the resources in the world with grabbing the weapons we were talking about. You know, you're getting those from enemies. You're finding them in certain places and then using the food as this resource to keep your health up is also really interesting. It's a lot of fun.
敵の武器だったり食べ物だったりそうやってリソースを駆使して進めていくっていうゲームのスタイルがすごく楽しいです。
そうですね。だからねちょっとねサバイバルな感じですよね。現地でとにかくいろんなものを調達しなきゃいけない。
So the spear broke,
it's
right?
almost like a survival
What?
game where you have to
Spear broke.
collect all these items
Yeah.
so you can move on
Button
with
broke.
the game.
Yeah, that's also really nice. I really like it when they feature that like equipment can break down. Sadly, you don't see that in Skyrim, for example.
あれは今敵の攻撃に対してビルがうまくこうジャンプで避けたんですよね。そうするとスローモーションになって。
Oh, a Boko club and a horn.
So when you get a perfect timing, the enemy slows down and then it's easier.
Oh snap! You got trousers.
Looks like I got a new pair of trousers, which I've been needing to pick up. So, okay. You can see that there's quite a lot to look around at and discover in the world. I'm gonna run past those barrels there. Aonuma-san, we don't have a good idea of what's going on in Hyrule here, but everything seems to be in ruin.
So you saw these guys in the trailer, they're guardians.
If this has a smooth, consistent frame rate at launch, this will be winner. This will be a winner.
There must be some sort of a
This game, if it has a smooth, consistent frame rate, this will be the winner of everything because of how amazing it looks.
You know, minimal backstory. There's not a lot up front in this game other than here you are, what are you going to do, what do you want to do, where do you want to go, and then yet there's so many hints in this environment about that hint of something greater has happened, and I think people will be really interested to see the story sort of unfold as they play the game.
どのような舞台設定なのかっていうのはユーザーさんの方でまだ詳しく分かりませんけども、こうやってゲームを進めていくうちにいろいろとヒントが見つかって、あ、こんなんなんじゃないか、あんなんなんじゃないかっていうふうに考え始めることでユーザーさんも楽しまれるんじゃないでしょうか。
そうですね。やっぱりそういうことが自然とこう分かってくるっていうのが面白いじゃないですか。
What was the title of the game again? Legend of Zelda.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
ぜひ楽しみにしてほしい。
So I think with this title you'll be able to learn these backstories, like you said, Ed, that you'll be able to learn them little by little on your own pace. It's not that the game is telling you, but you can kind of explore and find out on your own.
This might also be a good time to talk a little bit about the art style and just the nature of the game itself. If you look at Link and the world, it's clearly deeply inspired by Japanese animation.
で、今このリンクのアートスタイルなんかを見ると、日本のアニメに随分と影響を受けているんじゃないかっていうふうなことが感じられますけど、どうでしょうか。
そうですね。ゼルダで言うとね、風のタクトの時にトゥーンっていう表現を使ってそのアニメーションの表現を取り入れてみたんですけれども、それはね、そういう世界が広くその自然の中にものがあるんですけど、それをはっきり分からせるためには描き込むよりももっと簡素なマイナスしていくね、削っていってはっきりそれを分からせるこういうアニメーションの技法の方が ゲームには向いてると思いますね。
So we've used this tune like style before in the previous title, but in order for the players to see an item, to find an item, it's actually easier to use the animation style where you create something and then you shave off the elements, so the users will be able to identify the items easier rather than adding on elements to the background.
なのでそのアニメーションっていうその技法を使って表現するっていうことがテーマではなくて、
it's over.
それをねゲームの規模に合わせてそれを選んだってことなんですね。
So the theme here is not that we wanted to create an animation style game, but we wanted to use this art style and then match
This is
the
really
functions
nice.
of this game.
And you see here the time limit on the demo that people had access to on the show floor.
Yeah, we were supposed to disable that. That was my mistake.
That's all right. That's all right. These things happen.
What we can do is we'll skip through a few things.
It's an organic playthrough. It's true to the nature of the game itself.
ね、ゲームの本当の自然な形に今沿っているので、こんなこともあるんです。
そうですね。今日体験してもらえるものを生で皆さんにも感じてもらったってことですよ
So
ね。
yeah, this is something that the users will experience tonight on the show floor. So.
And I think people saw, that actually gives people at home a sense of how much time people are going to have here. And as Reggie said, nobody's going to be able to explore even just this small area that we're showing here at E3. And that speaks to just how large this experience is going to be. And I think that people are going to be really excited to just get that little taste of it.
さっきレジも言ってましたけれども、本当に今回ショーフロアでデモをしても本当に一部の部分しかマップの一部しかゲーム内の一部しかプレイできないので、今のこの切れてしまいましたけれども、それでどれぐらいの短い時間どれぐらいちょっとしか見れないかっていうのがビューアーの皆さんにも分かって視聴者の皆さんにも分かっていると思います。
そうですね。
But in going back and talking about the art style, the colors are very reminiscent of a type of paint called gouache. And gouache was actually it's a material that is used frequently in animation. But it's also a material that's used in a style of painting that is called en plein air, or in English, open air painting, where you go out into the environment and you sit down in front of the object that you intend to paint, and you paint it in that real world setting. And then, as we started looking at, the art style and its similarities to gouache and that connection, we also started to feel that the music in the game also has a very open air feeling to it. Isn't that correct, Aonuma-san?
このアートスタイルも随分そうやってグワッシュとか使っているような感じのスタイルですけれども、音楽自体もとてもなんかオープンエアっていうテーマにぴったりな気がするんですけども、そこら辺のご説明っていうのをお願いできますか？
ね、どこに行って何をするのも自由な今回のゲームなのでね、あるルートに沿って遊んでってもらって、その間に音楽を見立てて使えないんですね。
So because the players will be able to explore and do anything that they want to, we couldn't use the conventional types of music where we know that where the users will go and we can kind of get the music more dynamic as the users explore certain areas of the map. So this time around we kind of took a different approach.
なので今回は、ゲームの BGM ですね。環境音、今大自然の中のこの音がありますけど、それに融合させるような BGM の使い方をしてるんです。
So as you can hear, there's a lot of environmental sounds that you hear throughout the game, and then we try to blend that music, that sound into the game as much as we can.
先ほどから見ていただいてたまにこう流れてくるピアノのね、
That sounds really nice.
あると思うんですけど。
And then you can hear a little piano, sounds of piano throughout the game, I think.
ピアノのね音っていうのは自然の音にもすごくマッチするんですよ。
And then the sounds of piano actually matches this nature element very well.
なおかつ人の内面にこう働きかけるような響きが。
And then the sounds of piano actually kind of strikes a chord in people's emotions too. So I think it works really well.
リンクが何かの目的のもとで何かをしようとしているときにたまたま偶然にまたそのピアノの曲に出会うとですね、ぐっと気持ちが盛り上がってしまう。
So when you're playing the game and when Link goes through something, and then if that piano sound happens to come on, it kind of it makes you feel so emotional just hearing that perfect match of the movement and the music.
だって本当の偶然の出会いなんですよ。だから100人いたら100人の人が違う体験をするっていうそれを感じてほしくてそういう。
So the music is our intention was to, because this game it has 100 ways of playing it if there is 100 players playing it, so we kind of wanted to make that that very unique experience for every player.
I know longtime fans of the series, that's going to be one of the first things they notice. You know, there's not the constant theme music always present everywhere you go. And this new take on the on the aural experience is really refreshing. It's true to the game, and it does resonate. It feels really good to play.
ゼルダファンにとっては常にこうテーマ音楽が流れているようなバックグラウンド流れているような感じではないので、やっぱり今回のBGM に関してはすごくみんな気づくと思うんですけれども違いにでもやっぱり青沼さんがおっしゃったように本当に心にグッとくるような音楽なのですごくこのプレイスタイルに合っていると思います。
What's with the slow motion? Is that an ability?
Yeah, I think that's an ability called Flurry Rush.
Campaign of brutality.
I don't like it, but
yes, I forgot to.
I don't think like I don't like it because it makes things easier. But I think regardless,
so we do have, one of the
games
things
released
that we're not showing in
by
this morning
Nintendo
segment that's going to be coming up
always
just a
have
little bit is
good
puzzle
difficulty
solving.
rates, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing quite a bit of exploration in the ways to use the objects that you've discovered.
This looks fun.
One of the things
these games are so fun to play.
That you can kind of experiment with the environment.
Yeah, definitely.
In the world here in Breath of the Wild. So I'm just going to have a little bit of fun.
Those barrels seem 100% safe.
午後のセグメントでは謎解きだったりいろいろな他のマップの他のエリアの探求なんかもします。
Putting them close to the fire makes them even safer.
ビルのプロジェクトにちょっと今集中して。
集中して何をしてんのこれ。
Oh. Okay, well,
I like that you call this setup a project, Bill.
Let's see.
ほぼ何がしたいかわかりません。
I don't know what you're trying to do here, Bill.
Let's see if it's close enough. Nope. Oh.
Get another club?
Let's see if we can make that happen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, not quite.
なんとなくわかる。
Let's try one
Maybe I have
more.
an idea here.
Oh! You almost killed Link right there.
You live.
I did. I survived.
死なずに。
What did
Well,
you?
かなりやばい
Oh.
状態。
Watch your heart, Bill.
that was quite dangerous.
Thank you for joining us for Bill's
Actually,
project.
we have a little bit of news. I think everybody has been excited for some special Zelda items coming to.
Wow, that
なんかミートモに
Miitomo?
新しいゼルダのアイテムが登場するということで。
We've just been told that those
Miitomo,
items will be going
you say
live
that.
at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
Wait,
so
they're
be
talking
sure
about
to check into
Miitomo.
today to get your free Zelda themed items there.
Ooh.
We have a lot more Zelda coming up.
Zelda items in
As
Miitomo.
we've talked about, we're
Do you know what
really
Miitomo
focusing
is?
on introducing you to the
No.
world, the things you can do in the world.
It's an app
how
where
to
you can make
survive.
your own Mii,
It's really
you
all
can
about the actions
answer
and the
questions,
activities. We'll be seeing so much
you can
in
find out
terms of
answers of
characters and
questions
story.
that your
So if
friends
you're
were
the type of
asked,
person who doesn't
and
wanna
you
be
can get
spoiled, feel free to tune in
items and
all day.
accessories to put your Mii on.
午後からいろいろと
It's actually really good. I play it.
にフォーカスしたもの
It's not really a game, but
他の
it's
要素にフォーカ
fun.
スしたツリーハウスライブのセグメントがあるので皆さんご覧になってください。
まだまだたくさん伝えたいことがありますのでよろしくお願いします。
There's so much more I want to tell you about this game.
I'll
So
have a
please
friend.
look forward to it.
Yes, so stay tuned. We're going to take another look at our next segment. We're going to be focused on some exploration. So thank you, Noriko, Mr. Ainuma. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much for your time. And don't go anywhere. We got more Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild coming up.
Alright. This music though. Alright, I gotta turn the stream off for just a second, because I ran into a problem.
Okay. Anyways, our Russian friend Dmitry joined us for the conference. Dmitry, say hello to everyone.
We're on the Jstar269. Yeah, hello.
Excuse me?
I mean, he's someone from the United States. Video gamer. Okay, I got it.
What are you talking about? Jstar?
Yeah.
So what else? So Dmitry, you don't like, you're not really impressed by any of the games shown on E3 so far?
Yeah, all games suck, man. Maybe new South Park would be funny, but that's all. Watch Dogs 2 is complete shit. Tom Clancy Ghost Recon shit. How it's called? Like Eagle Flight or what it is? I don't have enough words to say. For Honor, maybe.
For Honor is gonna be decent, but
I don't know. It is hack and slash genre. It's very easy to fail while you are doing a hack and slash game, and I don't think.
Did you play Age of Chivalry? I mean Chivalry Medieval.
Yes,
I played it. Chivalry Medieval Warfare. There's a high chance that if For Honor is really good, that a good number of players from Chivalry are gonna switch to that, because Chivalry is really difficult. And a lot of people have anger issues when they play Chivalry because of the gameplay. It's really difficult to master the gameplay, and there are so many quirks and like little gaps that you can abuse in the game. I mean, if you played against high-skilled players, you get to realize just how difficult the game is, especially when you see them swinging around their weapon at 360 like non-stop, and you just don't know how to defend yourself against it, and you don't even know how to strike them back, you know? And that's what defines Chivalry, but For Honor seems to have like aim guiding for close quarters combat. So the chances that you miss a target in For Honor seems to be really low, you know?
But, you know, these white circles under your player, it looks, I don't know, disgusting, man. In trailer, there were a lot of fucking white circles on the ground, and I don't know, it looks pathetic.
Okay.
Okay,
I guess brutal honesty from a Russian always is appreciated on the community. You're gonna be the representative of the Russian community. Okay?
Okay, we'll continue. Those 6 Mankind Divided is complete shit. I don't know who plays these games. Titanfall 2 will fail as first one. Battlefield, I don't know, I don't like Electronic Arts at all. And
yeah, but Battlefield looks like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 was successful, you know, those games were actually
because these games are for retards, man, they're for autistic players. You just press fucking button and you play this game. You need no brain, you can be brainless, man. You can go to doctor, say, oh please delete my brain from my head, and you can continue playing Battlefield, that's all. That's why I think Battlefield sucks, man.
Battlefield was designed to replicate what old Battlefield was about, and old Battlefield was about, you know, strategic usage of players.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not much more diverse than, for example, Counter-Strike. But Counter-Strike has a 5-on-5 competitive matchmaking, and 5-on-5 is not that difficult to, like, 5-on-5 is difficult enough to organize, you know? Like, for example, you and I could name Dota, and like when you try to make a team for a game, you start to realize just how difficult that is, you know? And just 5 players is so difficult. Like,
Man,
imagine
but if you get, you know, you're playing Battlefield 1 with your guys and some Russian guys are joining. Okay, they're in your team, you're playing, and those Russian guys won't listen to a single word you say. They will just play their own style, and nothing more.
Yeah, Russian style. Did I ever tell you, Dmitry, that I played, like, there was a time in Dota that most of my friends were not playing, so I was playing games by myself for at least a month. Okay? And while I was solo matchmaking, I was actually paired up quite a few times. I was paired up with a pre-made 4-man Russian team.
Oh, it's great. It's just great.
And it worked out really well. But, like, the funny thing is there was no communication involved at all. And whenever I did something well, or like something good happened, I could only see brackets in the chat.
Yeah, that's all about Russian chat.
That's all about Russian chat, yeah, like, I remember, like, I was playing support, and this punch player, the typical Russian punch player, like, hooks me out of danger, you know? And then we win a fight, and he's like giving me smiley faces.
Yeah, that's enough, you know. Just express your feelings, and that's all.
Okay, they're back.
We're going to do some exploring and just check out a little bit more of what the plateau
I don't know, man. I'm really impressed with Legend of Zelda.
Let's do it.
Oh, let me continue my. Let's check Madden and fail. Madden. I don't know. In
Madden and
just for American players.
Yeah.
It should be noted that the first time I found this temple, I tried to climb up the other side where there's no ladder,
like,
and I
they
fell and I
do
died.
try to feature some new things. I mean, they did feature like some single player style stuff that was actually interesting, and Madden was one of the first games that I really enjoyed a single player.
Have to be careful.
Steady.
Played
We already had built
drafted
some
and
stuff,
stuff, you know,
yeah.
and that's just pretty
I
fun.
think we have to ramp it up now. We're just
But otherwise than that, I really don't know what to say. Besides playing it with friends sometimes,
This is my favorite moment.
you know, it's
I
kind
go
of,
up to the peak.
that's
I can
makes
actually
it
see the sun coming
good.
up.
Yeah, it's kind of scary actually how many times I've done that playing
Yeah,
early
good
builds of
point.
this game where you just sort of you want to get to high spaces so you can just look around different times of day, different weather.
Then was it
The scenery is
Bethesda?
so fantastic.
My god, this game.
Especially here since we don't
Just
have any control
let's
as we're showing this
talk
game
about
off to what
Legend
the
of
weather's
Zelda at the
gonna do,
moment.
so it's nice right
Dmitry,
now.
I want
I don't know,
to.
this is what's on the screen right now.
So since this is
So
an exploration
this is
segment,
like
I kind of
moment.
wanna try to explore
Oh
more.
yeah, I
And
have another
I'm gonna
picture on
try
my
to
stream.
head toward the
On my Russian
highest peak
stream,
in this
especially for
plateau,
Russians,
which I think
there's
is
a
that
fucking barbarian and small
Yes,
boy.
use the scope.
Barbarian small
See,
boy.
so using the scope, you can actually pin
It's really nice.
things, so you can
What do you
see
think?
where you're heading toward. So
About
right
what?
now I'm right here,
About you.
and I
Which
can
game,
try to
Zelda or
think about
Barbarian
the
and
idea,
Small
the
Boy?
highest peak of this plateau we're on.
I don't like this game. I don't like Zelda series. You know, all the Japanese games are, especially JRPG, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
You don't like that?
Details on the map too are hugely
No, because I'm not a
important. Like, when
fucking
you look
Japanese
at
boy.
the
If I were
map
Japanese,
right now,
okay,
it's
no
hard to
problem,
see.
no problem.
Obviously,
I
there's
can
huge
play
elevation gains you have to
every
go
shit
over
they
planning
sell
your
to me,
route
but
Yeah.
I am a fucking Russian
And
man.
just for the Treehouse Live,
Most of Russians don't even buy games, they download from torrents and that's all. That's enough for them.
paraglider in this one.
Wait, so
I'm gonna try to
you
take
do
the
like
scenic route.
RPGs, don't you?
You're going in the drink.
I
You're
don't
going
know.
in the water.
I like Diablo style RPGs, and you can check my library in Steam and you will understand what games I play. I don't have any RPGs actually. I don't like the Elder Scrolls. It's super boring for me. Fallout, third and fourth one, it's total shit. I can't play the game. First and second Fallout, yeah, that was very interesting and you know very creative and so on. But in third Fallout you can just do fucking nothing, shoot your enemies and win. That's all.
It's like whether it's an
Yeah,
apple or
it's not
something
an
you're gonna
RPG.
use later on.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. You're talking about the old
Casuality. I'm talking about new casuality in new games and old classics.
Legend of Zelda is one of those games that tries to retain its old classical RPG style, you know?
Man, no one plays Legend of Zelda in Russia. No one plays. No one plays Pokemons, no one plays Zeldas. Most of Russian gamers don't even know Nintendo is still, you know, existing. They think that Nintendo flew away maybe 10 years ago, and that's all.
That's very interesting to hear. Like, I've been always curious about the Russian community, and what I've known about the Russian community is that they play a lot of Heroes of Might and Magic, Counter-Strike, Dota. I'm assuming League of Legends is popular as well. Not as much as Dota or Counter-Strike.
It's so interesting how
And what else? I'm pretty sure Hearthstone is very popular
and
for Warcraft,
starting the game, one of the first things you can do.
and some other MMOs that I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I totally did that.
Yeah, I kind of
Lineage,
made
World of
I've made
Warcraft,
many entertaining mistakes as I've
as
been
Animals,
exploring and got
Terra.
really over-enthusiastic.
What about the Elder Scrolls
Someone
Online?
could have, instead of going down,
Oh
I
no,
think the game sort of gently guides
my
you.
friend played for
Somebody could have
months,
just taken a left out of that cave and come right up here
and
if they wanted to. Yep.
he said, I don't want to buy this shit anymore. When it was paid pay or no, I don't know, it's a subscription system. And said, this is shit, man, that's not interesting, that's not about a fucking Star Wars, that just sucks. And
You can survive
Hey,
and
he
play
left.
this entire
He's
game
hunting
without
a
hunting
boar.
innocent animals like Chico. Well, no, and bad animals. Bad animals.
This looks really cool.
Girls gotta eat.
And actually, this is something that folks
Girls
probably
gotta
noticed,
eat.
during the Aonuma segment
Yeah.
that this area is really taken
Girl?
over by the goblins, so you have to be really careful as you're running around these hills. Like there are all these little encampments that you can run across.
Yeah,
Depending on
that
which
was,
direction you come at them from, you could be climbing from the other way, crest that hill, and you're
Microsoft
smack in the middle of
conference.
the camp.
I don't know, Microsoft sucks itself, you know. They don't have good games. Maybe Gears of War and Halo, and that's all.
I think that Microsoft showed some decent games.
Oh, maybe new Forza.
They're like, that was just an exploding
For
ground.
the Horizon 3, I guess. It was bad.
Nice roll.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
That bomb just rolled the nope out of there.
Wait, what is he doing? Oh, he's attacking with the dog. How does he catch these bombs?
Oh, he went over the side.
Oh,
Chico, come
yeah,
on.
she did pick them up actually.
These dudes are chilling. They're like, we got our permit, we got our giant hunk of meat, we're gonna have a little
Wow.
camp. Oh,
What do you think about this kind of gameplay, Dimitri?
What?
Yeah, you
This kind of gameplay in Legend of Zelda. What do you think about it?
Seared.
Seared
I think
steak.
it's super boring. Man, it's fucking boring.
Okay.
Yes.
Boring, huh?
Interesting. Man, I don't know.
And now you're gonna burn their stuff.
If I
That's
want
good.
to explore fucking new locations, I'll just go out of my home and explore some fucking new locations. That's all. I don't want to explore new locations in the fucking game, man.
But
Maybe if they are very beautiful, you know, well made and so on, like in Witcher the Third, but this fucking cartoon is not even a game, man.
But this isn't.
It's oriented for fucking Japanese guys, and that's all.
So these are this is ore. You can of course whale on this. You could also
Okay,
blow it up.
I can see your point, but it looks quite immersive to me at least.
You know, man, if it if it look like anime, maybe, but it's a fucking cartoon. It's not an anime, not even close. And I don't know what is he doing. He's trying to explode this black stone. Shit.
It's a or
and rock salt.
Anyway,
mineral nodes, I think. Yes.
This weather, I think.
Oh, Fantapas.
Yeah.
There's another champion
And rock
there.
salt.
So one of the different thing about this game is that
This features like some really basic RPG elements.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. I played a lot of.
I'm assuming.
They actually have their own little communities.
Yeah, I'm assuming you don't like the design and the choice in
I like Chico's showing right here right now.
the design and the colors.
To explore, and
I don't know. I played Fable first. It looks. They look familiar, pretty familiar. And I liked Fable, but I was, I don't know, 14 maybe when it was first Fable. Even younger. And when I was 14, man, that were okay. I didn't give a fuck what I'm playing, and you know, all games were interesting.
I love this about the game. It
But
feels like,
now,
hold on for just 1 second, Chico.
when you can access all the fucking games in the fucking world, I don't know, I'll better play
sort of mountain meadows and stuff like that.
some quests than play Zelda. I just don't like it. I don't get why it's popular.
Get into an area with snow. It's like the transitions feel really like a natural world to me.
I can see why it's successful, but I don't get why it's popular outside of Western regions. Maybe in Japan and China and Korea it's popular, mostly in Japan, but I don't know. I don't know any European player, friend of mine, who plays Nintendo games. No one plays. Maybe when I was at school, someone was playing on Nintendo DS Pokemon, but
depending on what you're fighting,
did they notice me?
these guys behave a certain way, and enemies will behave more aggressively or more
Well, okay, I understand your point of view, Dmitry, but didn't you have a lot of exploration in Fallout 1 and 2?
grab each other's gear.
Yeah, if you sneak in and grab their weapons.
no, man, I played Fallout 1 and 2 maybe 3 years ago, and you know, I don't want to change my impressions from this game. No, I just remember them as good old games, and I don't want to play them anymore. Because, you know, graphics is outdated. I don't think it's bad, you know, it can be compared to 8-bit, modern 8-bit pixel games, but...
Oh, there's a straggler there.
Something more unpleasant.
Mhm.
It's actually interesting too that
I actually love those games that you mentioned, because I'm assuming you like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, but those games are really old and they can be difficult to play on newer platforms.
In general, I'm sure Chico wouldn't do that. She would
But there were some resurrections and so on. I'm assuming you would enjoy like Divinity Original Sin, or what was it called?
Pillars of Eternity, or Pacific.
Like those steel boxes.
Pillars of Eternity.
Just Chico can't really interact with
Never.
them, but later on,
I haven't played it yet.
the later segments we'll talk about like how
I
you can open it.
own it, but I haven't played it
Oh, that
yet.
terrain over there is so cool.
Honestly.
Yeah, it looks sort of like desert buttes. Not going there today. We are staying
Oh,
on the plateau.
Nintendo's presentation is over? Oh no. Oh, look! You know, I opened stream, he was running on some fields.
Yeah.
10 minutes ago,
Oh wow.
These guys have really built it up. They're in a nice place.
he's still running on some fucking fields, and
Just-
you know,
just-
minimap colorness doesn't match these green grassy hills. No, it's strange. Oh, what the hell is he doing? Oh, it's an Assassin's Creed feature, you know, like an assassin grabbing upper, but maybe, you know, if you like Zelda, no problem, you can continue playing Zelda, but I don't think they're okay. They can attract new players with this one.
I think they will actually. It looks really like it looks really fun to try, you know, especially for new players.
And it's for Nintendo. No, it's for Nintendo Wii U.
That's
quite unpopular.
It will only it's not about popularity. It's about accessibility, and people who have money can afford Wii U.
Serious one back there.
Yeah.
I don't think you may not be geared.
Or what was the other console?
NX.
Jay? NX.
Let's go to the peak.
That's the issue. Like, I definitely love to play this game, but I need a console to play it.
Specifically in the little radius of your immediate map, you'll at least have a beacon to go.
Oh, actually, since this
Jstar, which consoles do you own?
Wii U, Xbox 360, PS3. look at Link right now. He's freaking out because it's so cold. There we go. It's better.
This is really fun.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Somebody used the
But it's suddenly
Skull.
skull.
Go skull.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nintendo knows how to make games, truly.
Yeah, but this was a bit like strange. Like suddenly it's cold for him, you know.
So what Chico just did, obviously.
But
That's because of the clothing he's wearing.
Yeah, but you know, like he just crossed the river.
It's based on the wind and the current area. Yeah, it's pretty interesting how it just transitions like that.
Put on a nice little tunic.
Yep.
You should have made a transition.
Traveling?
Why don't you take a dip in that lake? You ever do that?
Huh?
Polar bear? Polar bear club. Come on.
Refreshing, I guess.
No polar bear club.
No. When you play, you can do it.
I love it when they feature stuff like that the character gets cold and so on.
Yeah.
The games that actually featured stuff like that are really old.
In this game.
Dmitry, did you ever by any chance play Arcanum?
Made anything out of jelly? It's gotta, you gotta be
No. I tried to start it, but it's fucking old bugged shit, and I was not able to play it on my
Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic
Obscura, yeah, I know. I saw someone playing it.
That game is really hard, and sadly it doesn't feature much for melee combat. It does feature a lot of uses for technology and magic. However, raw brute strength and martial arts don't seem to have much presence. And I remember I really loved making a barbarian in that game, because when you start off with a barbarian background, you start off with a barbarian set of armor,
Where should I go next? So maybe
which included horned helmets, like a horned full helmet,
I'm impressed that you're going around past me. I'm like
a harness with shoulder guards, and you know, the usual bracers, and leg guards, and the waist belt, if you know what I mean.
Moments when you're cresting a climb. I have to really kind of anxious.
Gotta pause. Appreciate the
Alright, Dmitry and Jay, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay?
Alright.
Can I make it? Can I make it?
Yeah, you'll make it. Sunset's nice. Oh yeah.
Let's do that a little bit too much.
Oh, that's alright. It's still nice.
That's cool. Some really interesting cloud cover moving over there.
Sit back, crack an elixir, you know. Enjoy it.
Oh, sunset.
That's nice.
Oh.
Alright, so are we at the peak? Oh yeah, we are.
Oh,
nice
it's
little
getting dark.
men here there. Wait, no, it says search. You gotta grab some. There's something there.
I will do it later.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll be back too.
Resources.
Just want to see what's around.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is the highest peak on the plateau, but of course there's a more higher stuff outside the plateau,
Yeah,
so you guys have to explore it later.
That's crazy to think about, actually.
Yeah.
This seems like it should be the highest point in the entire land, and it's definitely not.
Yeah, it's just everything's so vast, but
Yeah.
the higher you get, the farther you can see, and that just makes planning so much easier.
It's nice seeing in the distance how we've got some illumination marking locations. So there's some certain sites that are really going to catch your eye as you look over the horizon.
I know, I'm so distracted by all this stuff now. I want to mark all those shrines, go to those.
To-do list.
So I saw a waterfall over there, so I'm going to try to go first.
You're giving me vertigo.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, this is something that I don't think we even have on the demo on the floor. So folks who are here aren't going to get to play with this. It's only folks who are watching the stream that get to. Oh,
It becomes
hopefully watch us not fly into the water.
Stalfos is hid. Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, got his weapon too. Haha.
Oh, grab it. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's all right. You can use that for something.
Yeah.
Make a necklace?
I don't know.
I don't think we could do that. Can we do that? It's gross. Necklace of
Wait,
teeth.
Is it high enough? Am I high enough?
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
gonna do snowboarding.
That's
That
right.
should be good here.
I know, that's right. That's
oh
right.
wow! Actually, take a look at the moon over there. It's come out.
Oh
That's
yeah.
pretty.
Ah.
Oh, there's some keys over there. Yeah, I have to go up.
Wow, yeah,
to
you're
my
right.
bunny hill first. Or not.
Came with a buddy.
Oh, you are a dead shot, Chico.
Seriously,
See,
you're
I
really
normally just
good.
wait in there with a sword, but you're actually smart to do that because if you fight Stalfos at night with a sword, you generally knock their heads off, but then the head survives and goes and tries to find its body and put it back together.
They can swap their heads too.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And actually, if you take a look at them afterwards, sometimes their limbs will still be moving after you defeat them. It's like, oh.
Oh, that's right.
Creepy. That is so cool. It's my favorite feature of them all.
Yeah, I can actually do snowboarding here.
Climb a high hill. Oh, nice.
No.
Oh,
I statue.
Ice keys.
I was wondering if you could take that jump. Actually, if we start high enough, we just.
I'm sorry. What?
I was probably
I'm sorry, I was
leading you to
murdering
do,
this bat.
but probably
This
don't
keys.
want to listen.
Jeez, it's not bad.
I know. It's
It's a
a keys.
monster. Okay.
Oh, you're calling out my cred.
Okay, so there's this.
So that little move that Chico just did, riding on her shield surfing, I think we're calling it.
All right, I'm back.
That does degrade your shield, so it's not like you could do that forever. Well, I mean, you can. You just have to go get more shields, but you can't ride on that thing forever and expect it not to take damage.
Yeah.
You
Just
might
like
need it. You know.
weapons, yeah, they do break.
Yeah, exactly. With all your
I see it
weapons and your
pretty
gear, they have also their own stats. So the more you use them, the more you wear them.
Maybe you want to save your favorites for special
Get that.
occasions.
Yeah.
Oh, they found
The cool
something.
thing that I actually found out is that if you're shield surfing, you can do other things at the same time, like shoot an arrow. So
Fire
that just
arrows.
that just invites more exploration and people to just keep trying stuff. So it's super cool.
Yeah, I got fire arrow now. That's a cool
So
stuff.
I know during the video we showed right at the beginning of the day, we showed Link swimming, but I can't remember here if the water was.
Look at this.
Hang on a second. Chico wants to blow a tree up.
Set more things on fire.
Oops, I was too hard.
I think you can leave the tree be. Come on. You are such a force of destruction.
I think we just found out
I'm just
that
trying
it
out
might
my
be an
new
evil tree.
stuff. Might be.
Oh, you can set a
I think
fire
Chico's a
with your fire arrows.
Yeah, Chico likes
Is it said?
She likes it in the office too.
And I just
I
wanted
want to
try it
burn
out.
all this area to the ground.
Okay, so there's a waterfall. So
I'm
usually
not able
when
to
there's a
do this.
waterfall, you know
Zelda
something
1.
is gonna be there.
The first Zelda has taught us this.
Oh yeah,
Check
that water
waterfalls.
looks super cold.
Yep. I'm just gonna try not to go too far.
Oh,
Nice
nice
save.
save.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
hopefully people when they're playing the demo here, hopefully don't go jumping off cliffs thinking they can activate the
this
paraglider.
is just for the Treehouse Live.
Oh,
Look at
chests.
this.
Behind the
There we go.
waterfall.
Ah,
Nice.
Nice
tree
detour.
chest. Haha, and then it's
Oh, a
14.
much better
This is actually
sword.
a really good trove. So I mean, we were talking about that earlier. There's little stuff everywhere. So I mean, you might look behind it in a little nook and cranny that looks suspicious, and sometimes you might find an awesome trove like this that has tons of treasure chests. But sometimes you might find some apples or some acorns or something like that. But all of those things have value. Like there's never a time when you're sort of looking around and see something suspicious and you're like, oh, why did I come into this corner? There's just stuff everywhere, and it's all useful. I don't think we're talking about all about it in this segment, but we'll probably go into some of the details of how you use ingredients and stuff later on.
It's funny, honestly, sometimes in the middle of a hard battle, an apple is the most valuable treasure
I
you've
know,
got. And you're
I
just like,
know.
1 second, I have to eat this. Give me a second.
More fire arrows. That's the last thing we need to give Chico.
Oh God, you're right.
You may be
So
geared up to.
Speaking of fire arrow, maybe I can go back to the treehouse and burn it.
Oh
I don't know. What do you think?
Wait, are you talking about the real treehouse?
Yeah, not our actual
no,
treehouse.
not treehouse.
Okay.
We got time.
I think those goblins might be in for a bad day.
I'm wasting it.
Yeah, those are the.
I'm not wasting
those are
it
little
anymore.
guys.
That did look really cool though.
That's probably the right weapon to use if you really want to damage an enemy that's made out of ice. I would imagine fire arrows are probably the thing to do.
But if you use them all here, we can't go burn stuff later.
That's
so
right. That's how Chico has to manage her resources. Do you really want to burn this thing?
Jeez.
Yeah, that's.
Look at that move.
Hey, wait, double check your map. I actually.
What,
oh yeah,
what,
no. I was trying to remember where you stuck that skull. Oh yeah, it's on that same
I'm
bank.
going for it.
So yeah, we did. I think you were starting to say this earlier, Sam, but you can. We saw Link jumping in the water earlier. That was much more temperate water.
Yeah.
This is a frozen mountain lake. You're gonna die.
No. I am not dying.
Get that apple. For the steak. You took the cheese.
Oh God. That was.
It's only death and destruction when it comes to Chico.
Oh wow, you got a Korok leaf out of it. That's good. That shows.
I will say I love playing with Chico. I actually watched her shoot a butterfly with an arrow once.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That really
I didn't know you could do that, but
Me neither.
Chico can pull that off.
And there,
Shouldn't be allowed to
so
do
I
that.
had to try it.
That's impressive.
He told me he can do it, so I had to try and make sure I can do it too.
Your little explosive demonstration back there, though, we should call out that, obviously that tree fell down because it was in a destruction zone. You see trees, I mean, you can damage them. I think when people saw the trailer and there was that sort of sequence of Link knocking a tree to cross a chasm, it's not like that's the only tree that you can chop down. It's like you basically can chop down anything you see. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's back. He's got his head.
Get his arm.
I will.
Actually, let's see if we can take a closer look at one of the arms once they're.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one in front of you there.
Creeping.
Oh, he's putting. Chico, what I want you to do is take his arm and then beat him with it.
It's right. Oh, there, grab that one.
Oh wait, he took it.
No.
Oh, grab it.
Yes.
Nice.
This is so
No, I
gross.
can't. So I have to.
You have
I
too many
already have
things.
enough
Maybe Digiclone.
weapons. So yeah.
The arm is way more
Pick
fun.
up the same
wait.
Oh no, he's got it back, I think. He's putting it back on.
Sorry.
You are getting outwitted by things that they have no brains.
Fine. Are you saying I'm?
There it is.
Don't have.
Well, they have a rudimentary intelligence.
Dang.
Wait.
Nice.
There you go.
got it.
Did I take it?
Yeah, you did.
You got it.
So we gotta equip that for a second, I think, just to show it off, because it's so creepy.
It's really creepy.
Yeah, get him with it. Teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
There you go.
God.
You see his own arm.
That guy too. That's right.
It really is fun experimenting with things
Look
that you
at that,
maybe
it's
don't
still
think
moving
of as
on the
weapons,
ground,
but
too.
they
Yep.
do the job.
Yeah, I mean, we already showed it, obviously, in
hands.
Mr. Anima's segment, but going out of that cave and instead of being handed a sword by an old man, getting a crappy tree branch that's sitting right there on the ground.
Snake.
Oh.
Look.
That arm is pretty creepy when it's sheathed too,
They
because
tried
it's
to
still
get
like
together.
clawing
I know.
at the back of Link, and it's like grabbing
That
at
was
him.
good. It's intimidating. If I saw that dude, I wouldn't fight him. Got like a moving severed arm on his back.
So we've got a little bit of time left. Should we see if we can check out that tree fort before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Chico's gonna mount an assault. I'm psyched to see this. And then she's gonna ride the waterfall.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
We actually tried that once. It's
Yeah.
dramatic.
There's no way they have the range over here. You can just bomb them.
I like the word epic. I thought it was an epic ending.
Okay, wait. Oh, I have to go. Oh, it's almost breaking, isn't it?
That's right. You got a spare bow. That bow is better, anyways. They got better tech than you. Oh, they have no idea. Nice shot.
Oh. Whoa. Good aim.
Oh, no.
Ah,
A little
miss.
low. Compensate for the wind shear.
Ooh.
Oh, he shot back.
Huh? He's mad at me. I bet. Yes.
All right. Well, that's I think about all the time that we've got here today. But we'll leave the fate of those bokoblins up to folks' imaginations. We'll let them be for now. But thanks, guys, for swinging by and doing some exploring with us. Folks who are watching, please stay tuned. We're going to be right back with some more Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I'm not trying to make. I can even say what we're going to do next, but please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, we've been streaming for about a little over 2 hours. think that's enough. Marko, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you guys even talk?
Yeah, I mean, literally, like 5 seconds after you left, I had to go somewhere too. But I'm back, and yeah, I said a few words. He didn't. But I think it's time to end the. I think it's time to end the stream right here.
Yeah, I think
because we've been streaming for a little over 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah. And I think
the
main reason to stream was to get our first look at Zelda, and this ended up being a 2-hour stream.
This was really good. Like, I'd say this was really good.
Yeah, so this is great. I am in love. It's amazing. I'm hyped for next year. I just wish they would like say an actual release date. All they said is 2017. It looks almost done. Just gotta optimize it for any frame rate problems, and that's it. Anyway, so your final thoughts on the Treehouse?
Treehouse?
Yeah, Zelda and Pokemon in total.
Oh, Treehouse, yeah. I'm very impressed. Like, Nintendo seems to be delivering, and they always do deliver. I'm impressed. I definitely want to play Pokemon and Legend of Zelda. I think they look like a lot of fun, and they look like they're promising. You know, like they always show actual content, actual stuff.
Yeah.
They seem to have done a really, really good job.
Definitely. And what about your final thoughts on E3 this year?
This year, I think they were too cringy and went over the top with a lot of stuff.
Especially Microsoft's.
Especially Microsoft. I think that they tried too hard to impress everyone. That they ended up doing the exact opposite, and I think that a lot of people are not gonna buy their crap. I mean, buy their crap. I mean, meaning buy their, you know, their words for what they are promising. I'm under the impression that a lot of games are gonna not be what they are trying to show us to be, especially the trailers. Like, if they only show the trailers, I'm not really like expecting much from that. The only things that I'm expecting that are gonna be good are the games that are gonna be developed by the branches that haven't really been popular. For example, FE or FE, right?
Yeah. That looked really cool.
That definitely gives the impression that it's gonna be like decent, you know. And the thing with the dragon and the like one man, that looks like fun, but I'm under the impression that it's not gonna be like, I think you're gonna enjoy it for a short time. That's the idea that I'm getting. As for Division, Watch Dogs, FIFA, Madden, like what else? Star Wars. I wouldn't be surprised that EA gives out good games, but EA tends to make things very complicated for everyone. And as for the rest of the games, I wouldn't be surprised that they just end up being bad. Titanfall, for example, looks really fun, but I'm under the impression that it's gonna have a lot of issues.
I'm Sam, joined by my colleagues
Dmitry, what did you want to say about the old Titanfall? What was really bad about it?
I don't even know, man. It was not bad at all. No, there wasn't a lot of bugs, but I didn't like user interface. You know,
the user interface.
UI was way too. I can see it was complicated. You know, it was not informative, and they chosen wrong colors for it.
I think they designed it for consoles. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck what I'm playing on. If I play on PC, if I play on console, you know, no difference for me. I can play games on keyboard.
What's on the stream? Are they continuing the stream?
No, yes they are, but I think it's time to end it here because we streamed for over 2 hours. And we just wanted to get a first glimpse of Zelda. I'm not planning to stream all day.
I really wish I had a PC capable of streaming back home. Sadly, it's really difficult for me.
Well, now that I've got a better setup for XSplit, hopefully I'll be able to stream us even more over the summer. Alright, so that's that for our stream for Nintendo's Treehouse E3 2016, and our final stream for, hopefully, a final stream for E3 2016. I thought overall, with everything that Sony and Sony, Microsoft, Bethesda, EA, and Nintendo all showed great games, great content.
I haven't seen the Bethesda and Sony one and Ubisoft. What did Ubisoft show?
Ubisoft showed off. They showed off.
They showed
off.
Watch Dogs?
Yeah, they showed off Watch Dogs 2. They showed off
South Park. South Park.
Yep.
What is that?
South Park.
RPG,
South Park.
Funny RPG, man.
Did you see South Park?
Yeah, South Park. They're having a new South Park game.
That sounds like fun. South Park was actually pretty fun, I think.
Yeah.
And they
I didn't play it yet.
New Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon.
So yeah.
New Ghost Recon, does it look decent?
No.
The
it was like a prep, man.
The new one, the upcoming one, it looks alright. Didn't really look that much different from the previous one. But then again, it's the same style. So I don't really know how they can work on it. So that's fine.
Dmitry, you have a game called Red Goblin Cursed Forest.
Yeah, I don't know where I get it, but
well, it looks really fun. I wanna. Okay, sirens going on.
So yeah, that's all for E3 2016. This stream will be up momentarily. It's just got to process after finishing. If you want to see our previous conferences, I will edit the page realtimegamers.club/E3. I'll try to get all the conferences that I've also streamed onto the one page. The Twitter feed will stay, and we currently have a website forum giveaway in the process. And that's ending in a few days. So yeah, thank you all for watching and chatting, and we hope to see you soon. Take care.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for joining us, Dimitri.
No problem with that.
Dimitri, I wanted to wait. What else did I want to ask? Yeah. So, did Ubisoft show anything else?
They showed Watch Dogs 2. They showed new stuff for the Assassin's Creed movie.
Yeah, some footings from Assassin's Creed movie, and they show a game about a robot. I forgot how it's called.
And what does that look like?
I don't know. It looked like, you know, typical game for children, and that's all.
Okay.
Everything I think it was called Grow Home.
Oh, yeah, that's what they also showed. The sequel, it's called Grow Up.
Yeah. It was pretty fun, but you know, it's not a serious game. It's just you know, good Unity-based game, and that's all. I think it's worth playing, but nothing I can add actually. And they show it's a game about space. Oh, I forgot. It was for a virtual reality helmet, or not helmet, glasses. Star Trek, I guess. It was Star Trek.
Okay, what about Sony? What did they show?
Oh, Sony. They started off with God of War, and it looked amazing.
What else?
They also showed off VR, and that looked pretty cool. They showed off Resident Evil 7, which looked amazing, especially when it's going to be fully on PlayStation VR. What else did they show? They showed Final Fantasy 15. They showed The Last Guardian. I'm gonna have to put this into a separate video. They showed off a lot of VR.
Last Guardian.
Yeah, The Last Guardian. It was like massively talked about last year, and not only did they show more, they showed a full trailer, but I think it's also releasing on October 25th, which a lot of people did not expect to release this year. No show of PS3 or PlayStation Vita, which kind of depresses me. And Kojima's game, Death Stranding, looked really good. Hideo Kojima, maker of Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. What do you think of Metal Gear Solid, Dimitri and UJ?
I haven't played the recent one. I haven't even looked at like anything for the newest one on purpose.
Why?
In the off chance I ever play it, I don't want to know anything about the game, so I can come in blind.
Well, Metal Gear Solid is a popular.
No, I'm talking about
series.
the fifth one. The final one. I haven't seen anything. I don't.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I'm just saying, Metal Gear Solid is a popular series.
Yes.
Dimitri, did you ever play Metal Gear Solid?
I have played fifth one, and I also played, I don't know what was this part, on PlayStation 1, maybe 10 years, 10, 12 years ago, I guess. Or maybe less, no mind. And fifth is really good, you know, it's... I don't know anything about this world, about Metal Gear world, but I was interested. You know, it's a beautiful game. It's nice strategy, good stuff. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of this game or even of this type of games. No, it's half stealth action. It's not stealth action, but
Wait, which is the newest Metal Gear Solid?
Phantom Pain, I guess.
Yeah,
Is
Phantom
it the
Pain.
Phantom Pain? What did they show? They showed Phantom Pain? What?
No, not at E3. The person that was behind it, Hideo Kojima, now on his own company, showed off a game that's going to be published by Sony called Death Stranding. Norman Reedus is going to be a main character.
Death Stranding.
And it looked amazing. They didn't really show much. It was like just one scene, but it looked great.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out. It was really cool.
Okay, let's see. Bethesda showed Prey.
Yeah, Prey reboot. New content for Fallout 4 and Fallout Shelter, which is coming to PC.
Yeah.
They showed off VR, Fallout 4, and Doom for and VR. They showed off Skyrim remastered.
Yeah. Yeah, why are they remastering Skyrim? That's stupid.
Well, for PS4 and Xbox One. And if you own the Legendary Edition on PC, you get an automatic update to it on PC.
I'm trying to understand why did they make it like that. That's kind of disappointing, especially for people who went through the effort to buy Skyrim itself a long time ago.
I mean, if you bought the Legendary Edition, which is Skyrim with all the DLC, you get the new remastered one for free as an update.
Yeah, but what if you don't have the Legendary Edition and you bought each DLC and the game separately? Does it count as...
Well, the Legendary Edition released a while ago, and you can find it for like $40. So I assume that if you bought the DLC before Legendary release, that was a while ago. So you probably had a lot of time to play it. And now if you buy the Legendary Edition, or if you just have all of the DLC, you update to the Special Edition, which is remastered.
Wait, in the store, in the Steam store, there's the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be released on October 28th.
Yep. For PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Okay. Remastered volumetric, God rays, dynamic depth of field, screen space reflection. Okay. New quests, environments, characters. I like this. I want to try this, but I don't know. Like, let me go to Skyrim.
All right.
I want to see.
Also cool how Ubisoft.
Yeah, I can't buy the Legendary Edition because I already own everything.
Oh, if that's the case,
then
if that's the case, I assume your upgrade to the special one.
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds reassuring. Anyways, I don't have the PC though. That's a major issue for me. I can play Skyrim, but I won't be able to play the new edition. Anyways, I think that the reason why they're doing that is because they want to showcase what they're gonna do with the next Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, I was thinking, are they gonna surprise us and show off the next Elder Scrolls? And no, just remastered Skyrim.
Did they mention the new Elder Scrolls game?
They only mentioned not 6 specifically, just a card game, the online one, and Skyrim remastered.
Oh, how does the card game look like?
I didn't really get to see much of it, but from what I saw, it looks pretty cool. I don't know if...
I want to try it. I'm curious what's going to be the price for it. So it's called Elder Scrolls Legends, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be available on which platforms?
I don't remember. I think it said it was releasing on PC and mobile. Let me make sure.
Yeah, iOS and PCs.
Yeah, iOS and Windows. Kind of stupid. It's not releasing for Android. Yeah, just iOS and Windows. All right. So now that's really that. I guess we could say this was our E3 post reflections. So which one was your favorite conference?
Well, I didn't get to see them all, but like I was really impressed. Let's see, I was actually really impressed by Nintendo.
Yeah, they only had they had 2 games to show off.
Yeah,
and
but they showed them so well.
Yeah,
like, that's what they really,
it was
really think
magnificent.
matters. Yeah.
It's just that I really feel like they're gonna have some intense competition next year when Sony shows off more of God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever it is, and because they both looked massive and detailed as heck. They both looked like Zelda competitors, and that's worrying. Anyway, I also enjoyed how Pokemon looks now. It looks really detailed for 3DS. Previous iterations didn't really look that. Like, if you compare previous versions with this one, this looks like the best one yet. And that multiplayer battle, the multiplayer mode, Battle Royale, is going to be really interesting. It's like a 4-way Pokemon battle.
Yeah.
And it looked like whoever was the one that beat the first Pokemon, whoever's the first one to beat and defeat a Pokemon is the winner.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I think I understand.
Alright. And EA's, theirs was pretty cool. They showed off Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is going to be awesome because it now has an offline single-player campaign. And, oh yeah, the new Star Wars, what they're doing with Star Wars is going to be awesome.
I don't know, like, it looks really great, but I'm not expecting something awesome.
It looks like they're doing a lot with, looks like they're doing, yeah, they have Star Wars planned out for like the next few years. They even have a third-party action-adventure game coming out soon, in like a few years. That's gonna be cool.
Dimitri?
Yeah.
I'm curious what you think of this. I'm gonna send it to you as well, Jstar.
Okay.
Yesterday I wanted to join you for Ubisoft, but you know, I got into an argument because this isn't my laptop, okay? So the laptop was the temperature was really high, and that was because I turned on Dota, and I turned it off. Dota was pushing the laptop to its limits, and then the owner, the woman here that lives here, she was like, please turn it off, it's really loud and I don't want it to break. And I'm like, okay. I just said okay because I didn't want to get into an argument with them to explain to them that it's normal and and I had to turn it off. It didn't matter if I lowered the temperature of the Laptop.
Ouch.
It was still like it turned it off to let it cool down, you know.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Alright, so that's truly it for our post reflections. I think my favorite was, I want to say Sony's. Like, if Nintendo had more games, they would have been my favorite. But they only had 2 games. Pokemon and Zelda. And I understand why, because there are several games they could have shown, but they're not. Or I only think of like 2. The Federation Force, which everyone is just hating Nintendo for making, even though it doesn't look bad at all. And Paper Mario Color Splash, which looks... I haven't really seen much of it, so I can't say, but I heard it's based on the lackluster Paper Mario 3DS game, which really depresses me, because I loved Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64. I really would have loved a Paper Mario RPG for 3DS, but that didn't happen, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen for Wii U either. So yeah, that's all we have to say. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out our other conferences and realtimegamers.club/E3 for other conferences. Thank you, and have a nice day/night.
Yeah, thank you.
Greetings from Russia.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from Russia, yes.